lapidrist. Many factors are involved here, including the vision, experience and expertise of the lapidrist. If accomplished perfectly, a truly exquisite gemstone can be crafted into a work of art.
Good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Hello, welcome to the morning show. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. Oh my days, it is hot out today. I tell you what, it is scorching out. Apparently, it's the hottest day for 9 years in the UK. Apparently so, but honestly, it's too hot to go out. If you are going to go out in your garden, obviously take your laptop with you, put on the sun cream, but I would say it's a day to stay in today. Do that thing where, you know, you open your windows at either side of the house so you get a breeze through, because it is far too hot. You've got to stick with us today because it's getting warm in here as well. I have got so many treats for you. I've got gold. Yeah, just gold, not plated with gold, just gold I have for you today. I have got for you Tanzanite today in a form you will not be expecting. I've got my world's favourite cut on as well. It has been months and months and months and months since I have seen this cut, and today I have got a DVD launch. That DVD is created by my guest designer today. It's the wonderful Debbie Bulford.
Hello.
Hello, Debbie B.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
How are you this morning?
Thank you. Very hot, but very well.
How did you sleep last night?
I didn't really.
No, it's hard when it's hot.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Have you got a fan?
No.
That's
the sun's going to go and buy one for me today, I hope.
Love that. Fingers crossed for that. It is absolutely baking. We've got some treats for everyone today, though.
We've got something for everybody. If anyone likes polymer clay today, we've got a clay for everyone. I
mean, absolutely everybody. Brand new people who've never even tried jewellery making before and have never tried working with clay before, we've got something for you. Those people who've maybe touched upon it and want a little bit of a step extra, and those people who have been working with polymer for years and want to take it to that next level, we've got advanced clay for you today. And we've got a DVD. Tell us about that, Debbie B.
Right, when I first joined Jewellery Maker, I did a basics DVD, and we decided to update it because it just needed updating, basically. Give some extra hints and tips and some different designs and what have you. So this is a basics DVD for those that are just starting out. It's different from the last one, but it just goes through in a little bit more detail.
So you even said to me earlier you've learned quite a bit since then, and you put that into the DVD.
Yeah, that's right.
Fantastic. So a great refresher for anyone who has worked with clay before, but great for brand newbies as well. Do you want to take a little look at just one of the treats I've got for you today? Let me just show you one. Oh, this cut and shape is spectacular, and it is one of the rarest gemstones in the world. It is your stunning Tanzanite that I've got for you. Wowzers. I have got for you just a really spectacular collection there. Oh, collection, let that slip. Of Tanzanite coming up for you today. I've got so much. Should we get started? Early bird, anybody? Oh, that didn't work as I expected. I have got for you now, as your early bird, some chain. We always need chain. The spectacular thing about chain is the fact that we will be using it in so many of our designs. You know, findings packs. I'm betting about 90% of you will go through chain more than any other item in that findings pack. In that findings pack that you'll get with us, in general terms, you'll be getting around about a meter's worth of chain, won't you? Today, I have got 10 meters worth for you on this. Now, the great thing about having 10 meters means that you have the chance to make, well, if we're saying that, we say average necklace length's around 14 inches to 16 inches, isn't it? But if you wanted to make an 18-inch necklace, you're looking at around about 45 centimetres for an 18-inch necklace, so slightly longer than we'd normally expect. For an 18-inch necklace, at 45 centimetres worth, if I've got 10 metres here, you're going to be able to make yourself about 20 necklaces, aren't you? About 20 necklaces with some left over, actually. About 20 necklaces and probably about 5 bracelets realistically with this. So it's really going to go far. The great thing about it going far is the fact that you are always going to be sure that you've got that safe stash available. There's nothing worse than that last minute creation, or when that inspiration just takes you and you don't have the components to create it. You don't want that feeling of, just made this gorgeous pendant, I've just made this lovely wrap cap, but I haven't got enough chain to actually finish it off, so I'm going to have to swap it for another chain that I've got and another one. It's nicer to have every single pendant with a chain that will go with it, that will correspond with it, isn't it? And this will do that. This will have that correspondence because it is in your silver plating. Now, when I'm talking about silver plating, what am I talking about? Okay, I'm talking about genuine, real deal silver that has been essentially sprayed onto this in layers, so that you're getting the real deal precious metal against your skin. This isn't coloured, silver coloured, which is what you can get in a lot of places, and actually it's when you think of our wire, you know, if you get blue coloured wire or even silver coloured wire, that is just that, is a colouring that's over the top. This is the real deal plating that we've got on here. It's more than flash. Now, what does that mean? Okay, so flash is a thinner layer. Flash is a thinner layer of genuine precious metal. With plating, what you're getting is you're getting more of that precious metal, which means you're getting more inherent value on top of this, because you are getting more of that precious metal. But it also means you are getting that beautiful shine that we wouldn't expect to see in a coloured wire or chain, but we will expect with plating. You're getting more of that reflective index. Now, what that means is when the light hits this, you're getting more of that back to the eye. So with this, as opposed to say you're coloured, what you're going to be getting is serious sparkle. It's going to get you noticed. It's going to get your friends saying, oh wow, look at that chain. It's going to be really beautiful to see. You're getting that. You're also getting 10 meters, and of course you're getting these large links. If you take a look at these links, they are 4x3. Now, these are some of the largest links that we've done for you of recent times. I've seen some super duper fine ones, which are lovely, but actually if you're thinking about doing the really on trend, bang on trend hit fashion at the moment with things like you know, your charm bracelets or even your charm necklaces, then you're going to want something like this with those larger links, because essentially you can definitely get in here 1, 2, maybe even 3 of your headpins, depending on the gemstones you get in each link, which means you are available. Is it possible for you to do something like a charm bracelet on this, which you can't do with all chains? Now, I have got 10 meters worth here. With that, like I said, you've got about 20 necklaces to make, or and on top of that, approximately 5 bracelets. So realistically, we have got something that's going to last and last and last. Now, how much would you usually be looking at paying for just a chain, just a copper chain with the silver plating, don't forget, over the top? Well, do you know what? Even if you were an absolute bargain hunter and you were able to find it at, say, £1 for a necklace, and I mean you would have to be a bargain hunter, you'd probably be getting that from a wholesaler somewhere. Even if you were thinking about £1 per necklace, you're going to be paying about £20 on this. Put the bracelets on top, you're knocking it up to closer to £25, aren't you? Today though, It's scorching outside. We're cooling you down in here because your price point is a very cool £7.95 today. You are getting for £7.95 around about 20 necklaces worth and 5 bracelets. You are getting a beautiful, beautiful high shine on that very, very precious metal that is plating the outside of this. So you're getting that beautiful flashback. Look at that twinkle. Look at the way. Can you see that? Can you see the way that the light is banding over this? Now, you wouldn't get as much of that light interaction if it was colouring. You really, really wouldn't. You're getting that beautiful flash. You're getting that gorgeous high RI, that beautiful flashback. And don't forget, silver does something that other metals don't. Even titanium doesn't give you this flashback of light. It just doesn't. It doesn't give you much of that light back. It gives you a beautiful, beautiful high-end finish with that gorgeous light interaction as well, which is spectacular. You've got one of the most usable chains, I have to say, that I've seen in quite some time. It really, really is one of the most usable because, let me hold these links out for you. Let me show you the links. If I hold these out for you, look, think about how many hairpins you could get in there, into each individual link. You're going to be able to get a fair few in there. And we can't see that, can we? We can't say that for every single one of our chains, because some of our chains you can only put a featherweight headpin through. And featherweight headpins, you know, few and far between. Some of them, of course, you know, you can maybe get one headpin through, but what if you wanted to do a bubble bracelet? What if inspiration struck you one day and you wanted to do yourself a bubble bracelet? You need to be able to get a fair few headpins in realistically into each and every link, don't you? And you can absolutely do that with this. It is so nice to have you on board with us today. I hope you slept well. I know it's been scorchio. My dog sleeps in a bed downstairs, and when I go upstairs, you go, Mulberry, in your bed, and she'll go and lie in her bed and she'll stay there all night. You come down in the morning, she's still there. This morning, she was flat on her back, just like this, on the sofa, just like looking at me like, I am not going anywhere. Like, she was sunbathing, bless her. So it's absolutely scorching. I had every single window in my house open on the top floor last night on my second floor because I was absolutely baking. So I hope that today you are going to stay with us because, don't get me wrong, it is so nice to have a bit of sun. It is so nice to have a bit of sun, but when there's too much, it's stifling, isn't it? Oh, it gets all stuffy. So today, do enjoy yours, you know, in the comfort of your own home. Don't think about going to the Lidos. It's going to be too busy. Take stuff with you. Yeah, watch us in your garden with your app, or your tablet, or your laptop. Take that with you into the garden. Wear sunscreen. We don't want to burn. Do feel free to message us in today. Do you know what? It's very, very rare that we have such a hot day. What are you doing? How are you coping? Is your face melting? Do you feel like maybe by the end of the day you'll just be a puddle on the floor? You'll have to say to your family, I'm sorry, children, from the floor. I'm sorry, I cannot cook today. I am just a puddle of human on the floor. I'm sorry. Tell us what you're doing today. How hot is it for you? Is it hot where you are? Because normally it's just hot in London or Cornwall, isn't it? But it's hot everywhere today. I woke up at 4:15 this morning. 4:15 I have to get up to come to work. 4:15 this morning it was scorchio, so hot as you like. Oh, Debbie, you have hundreds of fans, us viewers. Hi, Louise, looking forward to the show, and that's from Beverly. Hello, lovely Beverly.
Thank you. That's really nice of you. Thank you.
What a sweetie. Do you want to see one of the pieces that Debbie B's made for us today, Beverly? Isn't that stunning? Isn't that beautiful? You've done some really funky different pieces today. We'll show you more of those later. We have got some Kato demonstrations. We've got some souffle coming up. We've got some primo coming up for you. Literally something for everyone. For everyone who got their hands on this, congratulations, because today what you've just got your hands on, all of those people, your names have gone off my screen twice, but for all of those people who have just bought this, well done. You've got something that thankfully won't give you that moment of, oh no, I've run out of all the components. What you've got here is you've got your hands on something that will never go out of style, it will never go out of fashion. It's something that you're always going to need. You know, 10 days from now, 10 years from now, we'll all still be wearing chains, won't we? So it's something that you are getting at an absolute bargain price today, and you've still got that gorgeous plating over the top. Have fun with these, ladies and gentlemen. 10 metres worth of silver plated chain today. Well done to you all. Happy early birds. Oh, it's the 1st of June. Happy 1st of June. July. Happy 1st of July. What goes on in July? Independence Day. It's Canada Day today. Happy Canada Day, everybody. What's that all about? That sounded more Scottish. I can't do a Scottish accent. Maybe to do a Scottish accent, I need to try and do a Canadian accent. So it is the 1st of July, so it's our first challenge of the month, and we've made it a goodie. I have got for you Rondelicious. That sounds like some sort of, oh, I don't know. It sounds like some sort of dancing like group from like the 60s. You know, like the Dream Girls or the Rondelle, the Rondeliciouses. I have got for you a Rondelicious collection here. And you have got these beautiful rondelles. Now, these seriously are all high fashion. What we have got at this moment in time is we are heading, if you haven't noticed, we are heading into the summer months. I'm sure everyone's noticed. And what does that mean? It means hotter days. It means barbecues. It means staying out in the garden till later. It means, you know, meeting up with your friends in beer gardens when it's hot and sunny, maybe just after work. It means festival season. And of course we have had festivals today. I know a lot of people will still be recovering from Glastonbury. Producer Helena probably one of them, and lovely Pip as well upstairs, probably one of them. But it is not it's not the end of festival season. I know probably people are thinking, wow, Glastonbury, that seems to be a big one. Phew, calm down now. There are so many more festivals coming. What have we got coming up? There's V-Fest, there's Lovebox, there's Bestival, there's Reading, there's Wireless, of course there is. There's Leeds Festival. There's so many festivals coming up still. And I tell you what, and carnivals. And I tell you what, this colour palette has just, it's been seen at Glastonbury, so you know it's going to be seen everywhere else. Now, what does that mean? It means you've got high fashion, highly marketable colours here right in front of you. You've got that beautiful, really stunning lavender. It's a really interesting lavender that I've got across here. You see how it's not just your usual baby purple? It's almost got a back palette of the blue. Can you see that? If I show it actually next to a red, it'll highlight it even more. You see how it's got that back palette of blue to it. It's not your usual baby lilac. It's got a little bit of a back palette of the blue, which makes this actually a really unisex colour, a really unisex strand to work with, because it's not your go-to archetypal, oh, sweetie cutie baby purple colour. It has got that back palette of blue, so we're a really unisex strand there. On these two, these ones here, what we've got with that multicoloured selection, by the way, on the multicoloured you're looking at around about 40 carats, and there are 4x2 across all of these strands. You've got such a beautiful array of colours. Some of them are mimicked closely in the pink and the purple strands, but you've got some more of those almost actually angel-like colours. You've almost got in here some of those really nice deep reach aquamarine tones. You've almost got some super duper intense heliodor actually in here, as well as that beautiful black to it too. You've got a gorgeous array in here which could of course be used as is here in stranded form. But if you wanted to individualise these colours out, in approximately, you'd be getting the chance to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 different actual colour palettes. If you did want to pick these out individually, you'd work out with about 6 or 7 different pots of your different colours. I've then got that stunning pink as well in here, which is just a really archetypal tone. It's going to go great with blue. I mean, sensationally with blue, isn't it? It's going to go really perfectly with blue. I would actually love this strand alongside something larger as well. Can't wait to show you that. I'm going to show you it properly later. So I have got these 4 stunning strands. You've got the colours of the season, highly marketable if you do sell your gemstones. Don't forget, I've got Angela Edwards on tomorrow if you do want to learn more about that. I have got here for you a highly marketable selection, but what I've also got here is a really high craftsmanship selection, because it takes a lot of work to get facets on these 4x2s. Today you're getting 4 of these highly worked strands for a great price point. all of these today, they're highly fashionable, they're highly marketable. Because they're highly marketable, for that price, realistically, you could quite easily be selling a bracelet if you marketed it in the right way, and if you kept it really wearable for a lot of people to be able to get their hands on, then realistically, you can be making that back just on one bracelet of this. Now, if you were to do that, you've got so much more there left over to maybe do a collection, maybe to do something with a really different array. Oh, Bex, I bought these Rondelles and they are so useful. The colours are stunning. Shall I buy more today? Thank you. Hello, Beverly. Thank you very much. Honestly, Beverly, they are so high fashion, and they're so... It's not, they are vibrant, there's a deep saturation there, but the mixture of tones makes it really interesting, doesn't it? I just think it's a stunning collection. Thank you for that message, Beverly. Don't forget, you can message in today. Let us know what you're doing. Are you melting? Are you a puddle yet? Can you feel kind of the skin just sort of going, oh, I don't like it here? Have you got your feet in the freezer? Do feel free to message us in. 60777 is your text number. Start your text with your JM Studio, or get in touch on JewelleryMaker.com. That text number again is 60777. Start your text with your JM Studio. Oh, way up, Jan. You all right, love? This is Jan, guest designer, formerly known as Janet. Just got these for my sister, who has just got back into jewellery making, and she will love them. Looking forward to the show, ladies. Thank you, Jan, lovely lady. When are you on with us next, Jan? When are you back with us, lovely? Was she on yesterday? She was actually, wasn't she? Yes, but when I say us, I mean me, okay? Hello to Martha. Hello, Martha. Took my JM stash to see my kids and grandchildren, and told my daughter and daughter-in-law to pick something, and I'll make it. The men babysat. That sounds like the perfect day. I absolutely love that, Martha. I bet, what were they picking? I bet they were picking things like this, actually. I bet, because this is so around at the moment, subconsciously when you see colours that people are wearing, or you see colours in the high street, and even packaging. I've seen packaging on like soups and things are coming in these colours now, aren't they, to give them a bit of a summery feel. You know, something like this, I bet they were going for inherently just because they'd seen it around them. I'm just thinking as well, Debbie B, one of these strands in particularly will go really nicely with something like this piece.
Oh, it would.
Wouldn't it?
Absolutely, yes. And if you look in the shops at the moment, the one colour that hits you is the yellow, and some people don't like to wear yellow, but if you put that colour with it, it sort of tones it down. That goes lovely with the lemon, which is why it's in the other strands, and it's nice to put something else with it, because not everybody likes, you know, a necklace that's completely yellow or lemon, but put that little lilac tint to it. It looks really lovely.
It does, doesn't it? Hey, Tina says, why does everyone think it's hot in Cornwall? It's always cooler in the rest of the West Country. It's only 22 degrees C today. Tina, unlucky. Or is it? Is it 22 degrees now, and then it's going to get to like 35, or is that the maximum? I think I'd prefer to be in Cornwall now at 22 degrees. You're going to have a breeze off the sea, the surface will be out, and you have a beach. You can put your feet in the sea. All the surfers, probably not in their wetsuits, just in their shorts. Making myself warm now. Catherine says, hi Becky, Deb and crew. Will you have any silver findings on today's show? Love Debbie's creations. Where do you get your inspiration from? Tell you what, you tell us where you get your inspiration from. Where I find lovely Christine, some 925.
My inspiration, I look all over the place really. I tend to, if I lose my inspiration, to look at a lot of interior magazines and have a look at Sunday magazines, that sort of thing, and see what fabrics are coming in, because the fabric designs tend to overspill nowadays into jewellery. Like there's lots of, a couple of years ago, there's lots of bugs and bits and pieces, and they seem to spill them into jewellery, into brooches and what have you. And this year it tends to be very bold, bright things, a lot of geometrics, lots of stripes, and that will be coming into the jewellery as well. So have a look at the interior magazines first.
Really good tip. I love that. I hope that helped you, Christine. And do you want to have a little look at these as well? This is some of the 925 I've got. Oh, in fact, we're doing it now. Oh, how fortunate. Debbie B, those lovely Rondelles have winged their way to you.
They have.
I hope you're having fun with them.
Thank
we'll
you.
have a little look at what Debbie B creates with those later. I've got some 925 for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Now, see what I've got here? What I have in front of me now is a really large amount of pieces. I have got here a really large section of your precious metal here. Now what I have is, I've got this beautiful dome section that comes at the front. So if you imagine a top drill drop just hanging here, which you can, or you could even do this with a round if you get the right size as well. You've got a really large area there of light. In fact, that area is so large that you are getting a reflection of the studio. You can see a light there if I move it around. You can kind of see the top of the camera there if I move it that way. It's because you're getting such a large area of that sterling silver, and that's because you've got such a high amount of gram weight. Now, gram weight is quite important when we're dealing with sterling silver or any precious metal, because it means that you are getting a higher amount of that ever so luxurious kind of piece. Now, what we have in here with the 925 is we have got serious quality. The main difference that I want to point out to you between the 925 that we have here and the 925 that's maybe used by Tiffany or, oh, I don't know, Cartier or Vivienne Westwood. The main difference is the fact that we here at JewelleryMaker cut out the middlemen. We here at JewelleryMaker make sure that our craftsmanship is created essentially in-house so that we're able to get better pricing on it for you. And we here at JewelleryMaker don't put up excessive kind of percentage on our margins because, you know, we have that big brand name behind us. Because realistically what I have here is exactly the same as what Cartier use, exactly the same as what Vivienne Westwood use and the rest, because it is 925 sterling silver. And what that is essentially is we've got an element here that's on the periodic table. You've got an element in there and it is the same quality throughout. It's like, oh, I don't know, oxygen on the periodic table. Oxygen is oxygen. There is no grey oxygen, there is no poor oxygen. This is 925 silver. This is the same silver that all of those other brands that you can think of will be using. The only difference is we cut out the middlemen, which means I'm able to give you, for such high gram weight as this, an amazing price point. Yours today, for heavy gram weight, £9.95. You're getting, of these 10 pieces of these in total, you're getting 10 pieces, a vast amount of gram weight on these, because look around it, you can see for yourself, you've got huge chunky sections there of that beautiful 925. You've got the bale section in the middle, and then look on the other side, you've got that large kind of teardrop effect, which is going to give you a beautiful look to your gemstone. You've got here serious high end, you've got serious quality. They are so easy to use. Honestly, it's one of those things that when you get them home, they'll just tell you how to use them pretty much. You just pull them apart, squeeze them together. It's as easy as that. What we have in here, realistically, is just a stunning collection of 925, and you're getting the chance to make yourself 10 bales, 10 pendants, with this. Don't forget, you don't have to use them as pendants. What about using them as earrings if you want to? Chop off the top pendant section, the top bale section that does state that it is 925, so your loved ones, your friends, your family is going to know that these are yours. You have just got a serious gram weight here, serious high shine at an amazing price point, and like I say, you know, there's no difference here to what you get from those high-end jewellery stores, those high-end well-known names. There's no difference here. You're getting that gorgeous 925 just the same as they use, and it is stunning to add to your collection to give it a really high-end look. I've had another text in. Do feel free to send us your text, lovely ladies and gentlemen. 22 degrees Celsius is the max forecasted for today in Cornwall. Yes, beaches are lovely, and I'll be going for a beach walk later. Loving your work, Becky, and that is from Tina. Much love to you, Tina. 22 degrees. Oh, it sounds like a dream now, doesn't it? It's meant to be 35 degrees, I heard. 35 degrees. What's the nearest beach to Redditch? Is there one?
I don't think so, do you?
Well, we're in the middle, aren't we? Midlands. No one near. Up in Chester, I'm about, really, yours closest must be Wales. The nearest one to me in Chester is probably about 20 minutes away, 20 to 25 minutes away probably, where I live. So it's a nice little trip. £9.95, thank you for that message, Tina. I hope you have a lovely little walk out on the beach, but do stay with us today because I've got gold coming up for you today. Gold, full stop. Heading on over to the lady I like to call Debbie Bulford. Hello, Debbie Bulford.
Hello, you.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Now, we really have got something for absolutely everybody today, haven't we?
Absolutely everybody today.
Even people who've never dabbled in clay.
Absolutely. We've got every clay possible on today's show, so it's got something for everyone.
Absolutely, for everybody. Quite a nice way for people to maybe, if people are used to working with, say, just the souffle, quite a nice way for people to try out other ones as well,
absolutely,
actually.
Absolutely. And that's why I put them all into one show, just to explain the difference between all three, really. Yes, souffle is the basic clay. I would say it's good for children's parties. It's good for doing anything that isn't caning. Souffle is very, very soft, so when you slice it, the canes distort. This isn't souffle, by the way, and that's good for doing cake toppers and what have you. Then you go on to the primo, which is like a very, very good all-rounder clay, really. You can do most things with, but to get the fine detail onto clay, to get those very fine canes and get the details still really, really crisp, there is only one clay, and that is Kato clay. There's one other supplier, or stockist rather, in the UK, other than JewelleryMaker, and that's it. It is a fabulous, fabulous clay. We've been trying to get it for a very, very long time, and it's wonderful.
It really is spectacular. I've been very fortunate to be able to film a DVD with you, which will be coming up, you know, as soon as we can. And the look and the feel is so different.
It is. It is. It just. You're right. It does feel different. It has a lots of smoother finish. You can sand and polish it to a very high shine, which you can do primo, but not to the shine, not a glass shine like you'll get with this. It is very, very firm. You bake it at a higher temperature. It is the strongest clay for jewellery making. I would make bangles with this, where I certainly wouldn't with any other clay, without putting metal through the middle. And it just is a nice, crisp clay. You can almost hear the blade go through when you make your canes.
Love that.
It's so firm that the patterns just stay crisp. It's beautiful.
I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, this is one of the most fabulous kits I have seen, with such a fresh new product that is this Kato clay. I mean, when you look at Debbie Bulford's pieces, you can see the cleanness, the crispness. You can almost see the firmness to the designs, if that makes sense.
Yes, I know what you mean. And it is very, very strong. This you could drop on the floor and there's no way it would break.
No.
Not any other clay would, but this is particularly strong. I've read one or two articles where people have said, I want to make bangles, I want to make cuffs, what clay would I use? And this is the one clay that everybody recommends. You don't even have to put an armature inside. It is really strong.
Now, I have got for you a cracking selection actually in this. I know that I've brought Kato with you once before. This array of colours has to be one of the most usable collections we've had, because you've got almost like your ecru colour here.
Yes, and anyone that does face canes, that's a good one for face canes as well.
Perfect for that. You've got this beautiful magenta, you've got this wonderful white, which has got a little bit of pearlescence about it, and that black. Now, the black and white, we always say go-to colours, aren't they? Does it count even when it's got pearlescence?
Yes, the pearl really shines through this. I mean, it has a real lovely finish to it. It's not quite as grey as some of the pearls that you can buy in other makes. It is a really proper pearl when it's baked.
That's stunning, isn't it? And then finally, I've got this beautiful brick colour, that kind of natural tiled kind of Spanish ceiling almost, isn't it? Really very beautiful. So I've got 5 of those for you today. If you've never used it before, do not worry. We will be talking more about it throughout the show today. And don't forget, I do have a DVD coming up for you later on. I'm so excited to bring you these gemstones. I really, really am, but I think I'm going to save those till the end because I'm mischievous. I've got for you here some copper coloured wire. So you've got your 0.8 in here. Now, if you are brand new, it's lovely to have you on board with us today. It's a great way to get involved with the new medium, to buy a kit, because we give you everything you need as the components, the ingredients. All you really need is a roller and you're sorted, really. So I've got your 0.8. Now, that means that it's 0.8 of a millimetre, as you can see there, in that copper colour. I've also got the 0.4, so a great weaving wire there for you. Beautiful pairing together. Sticking with that copper colour, look what I've got. You're going to love these. Oh, perfect colour match look. If I put them alongside each other, perfect colour match that you've got there to my eye. So that means these are going to tie in really superbly with any of your designs. I'm going to be bringing you 10 of those ones in total, and you'll be able to see Debbie B has put those along this lovely bracelet, just linking them together. How pretty is that, with a little bit of a polymer heart? Stunning, that, isn't it? Really beautiful. I've got for you, sticking with that love theme, this real deal hematite in the hearts. Oh, I tell you what, I feel like everyone could do with this today. Everyone could do with a bit of hematite just resting against them. Bathe in hematite. I've got for you a seriously cool, just a beautiful hematite. This is real deal natural hematite that I've got for you here. 135 carats worth. Real deal natural gemstone. With the natural hematite, you're getting that uninterrupted submetallic luster. You're getting that uninterrupted shine. You're getting that beautiful depth and power of coolness with this, which you don't always get with things like your coated hematite, which we are seeing more and more and more readily at the moment. Natural hematite. If you're one of those people who just believe in Mother Nature and what she could bring to us, then this is certainly a strand for you. And then possibly the kind of showstopper, really, when it comes to the gemstone. You ready for this? Take a look. That is just sensational, isn't it? This is your genuine agate. This is 350 carats worth that we have here for you, and you are getting window druzy. So what does this mean, window druzy? Well, it means you're going to get the druzy that has been created inside of it. So a lot of these you will get holes, which of course Debbie B has used as almost an anchor point for some of her designs. You will get these kind of doors, these windows with him. But it also means that you're getting that stunning druzy effect. Now this here is internal druzy, and what that is caused by essentially is a change in pressure and a change in temperature in the natural forming process of this agate. That is not a glitter, you know. If I rub this, it's not coming off. It's not something like some places that kind of glue in a glitter. It's not that at all. That is genuine, real deal, natural forming taking place by Mother Nature when this is created. Change in pressure, change in heat means that the crystal structure is acting in a different manner, so it doesn't kind of come as a whole. So what you've got is you get this truly magical looking selection. Now I've got 3 here. You're getting 350 carats worth. I got 3. You might get 4, you might get 5. Obviously this one's quite a large one, but you will get a variety. I've got a different selection of shapes and sizes in here, and you will be getting the same. Every single one of your pieces will be unique. You could buy 3 of this kit today, and no, none of these druzy are going to look exactly the same. None of them whatsoever. I've even got colour patches in mine.
Yeah, you have actually. Gosh.
You see that? Or I've got areas where it is black, but then you've got this banding section here, which actually is hard for you to see, but it is transparent. The light is shining through there. It's a really stunning effect. So let me reiterate exactly what I'm getting, because this is really, really a very, very exciting collection. Why is it exciting? Well, because I've got window druzy, which I can't think of a time I've brought to you such a high carat weight of window druzy. Yes, okay, strands of druzy, where you might get druzy in the odd one, one, but not ones like this, which will all have an element of druzy within them. I've got natural gemstone for you. You know I love my natural gemstones, especially when it comes to things like hematite. I've got a natural strand of hematite. I've got these stunning little love charms, which have been extremely popular in the past, and continue to be popular because, let's face it, love is a beautiful sentiment to have, and it's something that will never go out of style or fashion. I've got for you some wire in your 0.8 and your 0.4, two of our most popular gauges, and then I've got that Kato clay. The Kato clay that you might not have seen before if you've not been watching us that often. You are getting loads in this. You are getting some of the most usable Kato colours that we've seen. You're getting that Equus colour, great for your canes, but great for taking down colours if you wanted to. Beautiful, fresh, bright, vibrant magenta. You're getting that white with the pearlescence and the go-to black that we always need. And you've got that lovely almost brick tone as well in here, which is just a fantastic colourway to add to this copper tone. It's an exciting and interesting bundle, and it truly is something special. I'm bringing you all of this today for an astonishing price.
Gosh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to count all of the loves as a component. Even though you're getting 10, I'm going to count them all as a component. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 components. I'm counting all of the cabochons as a component. That's working out about £2.70-ish per component.
That's amazing, isn't it?
That
My
is
goodness me.
astonishing, isn't it? Because the Kato clay demands a higher price point than we might usually expect, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which is an important thing to point out for people who might not have seen it before.
Yes, it is. Only slightly higher, but yes, it is. It's a different product completely.
Totally. It's more of a
You take it to the next level,
piece,
really.
isn't
Yes, yeah.
You are getting all, well done everyone who's already coming in and getting that. Do you know what? I'll be completely and absolutely frank with you. I would probably pay that much just for the love and just for those beautiful, the beautiful druzy,
I would
to be
too,
honest.
actually. I would too. It's a real investment, because those you can use just as your on every piece of jewellery if you want to. You have to use it all on one.
Yeah.
But that druzy is fabulous.
Isn't it? And for people who are thinking about purchasing the Kato to clay, but maybe they haven't purchased it before, you can use this even if you've just used your primo or whatever it might be.
Absolutely. Beginners can use this. You don't have to start off with your primo or your souffle. Beginners can use this. It's a lot firmer clay, so it takes a lot of conditioning. But once it's conditioned, it's fabulous to use. It really is fabulous to use. It
is a totally different kettle of fish. And what I will say is, if you're watching this now and you're thinking, okay, I've not used Kato before, I've not seen it used before. We did do a whole morning show about it. Morning show, wasn't it?
We did, yes.
Not so long ago. So watch us back on YouTube. If you type into your search engine, YouTube JewelleryMaker, then we will come up. You can have a little look at things in order, and we will show you exactly how to use these. But I've got to say to you very, very quickly, and kind of, you know, do get this whilst you can, because we don't have Kato clay in that often at all. It is a new product and we're still testing the water with it, so quantities aren't as vast as we might normally expect. So do come in and get it whilst you can. Do have a little look on that YouTube channel to just kind of get an idea of how to use this. And also, what a great thing to purchase now before the Kato clay DVD is launched, because you get to have a little play with it first. Sometimes it can be a little bit daunting to maybe work with the clay and then buy a DVD at the same time. It's a great way to do it, but sometimes for some people that could be daunting, because sometimes you almost like to find your feet first with certain things, don't you?
You do.
And you can with this. I mean, look how crisp that Kato clay is. Look at how much Debbie B has brought down that cane and just made it so spectacular.
It's so tiny, but the detail is still there.
Really is.
And for anyone who is worried about using a different clay, if you go onto KatoPolyClay.com, it isn't a website where you can buy things, it's just an information website that shows you the colour mixing charts, which Donna Kato has very, very kindly put on there, and you can use those. It explains what all the products are, how to bake, what properties the clay has and what you can actually achieve with it. So have a look on that website. It's a really good website to look at.
Do have a little look on that. Well done to everyone who's got this. Honestly, it's one of the most exciting bundle and kits I've seen for quite some time. Enjoy those love charms. Enjoy that new, beautiful, kind of vibrant, shining natural hematite. Enjoy those cabochons and the wire, and of course the Kato clay. We're going to be doing a little demo now, aren't we, Debbie?
We are indeed.
Do not forget, DVD coming up very shortly. Very shortly. What are we going to be learning to create today, Debbie?
We're going to be learning the necklace which is over there, which you've got on your desk.
Of course we are. Look
Right.
at Kerry. Thank you very much, Kerry. Lovely tech up, Kerry, looking like she's just stepped off a, I don't know, holiday catalogue. She's looking very summery today, aren't you, Kerry? Very summery. We're going to be learning how to create this one today.
We are. Okay, so first of all, for those who've never done this before, I know those that have or have seen this time and time again, but we're going to be doing something called a skinner blend, which is used in that many different canes, and you'll see this in most polymer clay magazines and what have you. And for that, I've only done a tiny weeny one here, but you can see how I've put this together. What you need to do is to finally, when you put everything together, is to finally build yourself a rectangle made out of lots of different colours. Now I made a large one to do what we're going to do, but this is just a sample. So you need to add your 2 or 3 different colours, and eventually when you put your little triangles together it will make a rectangle. And it depends on the percentage of each colour to how your colours are going to blend, and you learn how to do that. So you put that through your clay roller until it appears like this, and you see I've done a lot bigger than the sample one I've just shown you. All right. And to get the design that's on the pendant, I'm going to cut that in half and then move that across, and then I'm going to cut that in half again, but that way this time, and I'm going to turn it upside down so the colours run the other way. So I'm going to do it that way round. That's it. That way round. Yes, that way round. I'm trying to think which way then. And you can see on the side you get this colour change, which is what I used on the pendant. So I'm going to put that to one side 1 second, and I'm going to start to build the pendant now. So here's one I made earlier. I did it in black and the pearl, so I've got a grey stripe.
That's beautiful.
And I've done it in the pink and the pearl and the black, so I've got that stripe. So I want something to put it onto, so I'll just grab something for the back a moment. So we're going to build up the background like that, and then on the opposite side we can then put the opposite colour. So first of all I like to build my stripes off my piece of clay just so I can get a nice straight edge on them. I'll put another piece on and another one.
Anne's messaging, hi Becky and Deb, what a amazing kit and price. Got mine, could now do with the win on the Wall of Fame, and it's coming up in a few minutes. 32 is my quantity on that. Once it's gone, it's absolutely gone. Hello Jacqueline, hi all. Had a wonderful weekend at JM at Mark's Wire Macrame and then Sunday Experience. Lovely to meet you Becky and Dion, and thanks for the lollipop. Hello lovely Jack, how are you? It was so nice to meet you as well. She was super lovely and bubbly. Did she actually give you the lollipop? Did you? Good for remembering. I'm glad you had fun.
Now later in the show you're going to be seeing some glitters.
Eek.
Okay, so
Really
I've used
fine.
so fine. So I'm going to use a tiny stripe of this one that's this beautiful bright pink, and pop that down the middle. That's just to sort of tie them together. So I can put that down the middle and then pop my stripes bit by bit to match. Now this can obviously be cut into any shape you wish. I did a hollow pendant, which I know I've done before, but then take my trusty cling film, or you can use greaseproof paper if you want to. I'm just going to do a little bit of rubbing there to push it into the clay. Like so. And then when I take that off, that's ready to cut. Now, also, I know that we have some cutters coming up later. I won't do a domed pendant, I'll just do a standard pendant, just so you can see the design. But if I cut that in half, and then I would probably put a backing on the back of it, either a pink or a black or what have you, and that is your pendant. But you can see the colours are really crisp, and that glitter, look at that. How shiny is that?
Isn't that sensational? Look at that shine.
Beautiful.
That glitter's coming up for you later on. I think that glitter would be great for nail art, you know, just thinking.
Well, yeah, well, you can do nail art with polymer clay.
Oh, don't. I'll be here all week with you, Debbie. I have got these Fat Daddy-O cutters right here, right now for you, and these are the ones that Debbie B's just used. You've seen how easy they are to use. Why are these so fab?
Right, for two reasons. One is that you can bake on them. So if you do bangles, you can use them as an armature and put those into the oven, because they are meant to be for cake baking. They have no seam on them. You do have to wipe them after you've used them, and you can even put them in the dishwasher because they're fine to put in the heat. But also for anyone who likes to do, especially this one, like little frames, picture frames, you can make, or square bangles, which are really popular at the moment. Really popular. And very easy to get on, rather than the round ones. And then perfect for Kato clay. Exactly, exactly. Absolutely perfect. And nice for making little boxes as well, because you have a ridge halfway up these cutters. I don't know if you can see that it's graduated. So if you like to make little in-row boxes or little gift boxes, you have the recess for the top to fit in. So they're quite good as using an armature for that. So, fantastic. Yes, really now nice. These have not been seen in 9 months. We haven't had this shape in for 9 months. It's been a long time. You've all been asking to bring them back, and we have brought them back as quickly as we can. But that has meant that my quantity on this right now, I have less than 100. I know. We've made you wait. But that's as many as we could get for right here, right now. So if you want these Fat Daddy-O cutters that are nylon, as we said, no seam on these whatsoever. You know, from looking around these, what we mean by a seam is you'll see in a lot of the metal ones in particular, there'll be a line, and that can leave a shape. It can and a actually. Mark. It can leave a dent in your designs, yes. So this is going to give you, because it's like this, because it's got no seam, it gives you smoothness, it gives you a really professional finish, gives you that beautiful kind of complete look. You're getting all of these different sizes in here. How many are you getting in total? 9, is it? Yes, 9 of these you're getting in total. So from a really, really delicate 18 mil all the way up to around about a 97. So some really big, bold, gorgeous for picture frames, like you said. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, nice to really feature pendant, because you can cut the large one and then fold it in half over a piece of leather or something, and that can look fab. Love that idea, because of course we don't just mean you have to use these as square shapes, do we? Not at all. Once you've created something with them, you know, you can use them as diamond shape just by changing where you put the drill hole, but of course you can fold them, you can intertwine them, you can build them together, you can do whatever you like with these. Have fun with them. Your price point for seamless cutters, just £14.95, and it really is a fantastic product. You don't have to worry about how you're going to wash these, you know, it's not you can just pop them in, like you said, your dishwasher, can't you? You can pop them in your dishwasher. You can bake with these as well, which means that if you are doing maybe a slightly obscure shape, or you're maybe layering things in a quite unusual way, then you can bake with these for that added security. And I suppose if we can bake with them, we can also bake onto them, can't we? You can bake onto them, and sometimes it's nice that if you're doing something and you want a bit of movement in them, and you're looking around for something to put in the oven to rest against them, that's a really good way to use these, actually, to use them as shape definers. I use them all the time. I hardly ever use, other than the tiny little charm ones now, I hardly ever use any other cutters, because they're just so easy to use. And if you're cutting out a lot of designs, sometimes the metal ones can hurt your hand when you're pressing, whereas this got a nice round top to them, so it's nice to use. So not that issue at all. No. I have got a handful of something special left, which is at the bottom of your screen. The code on that, which the code you need to give to the call centre, is LHGC94, and don't forget it is a free phone number. In fact, isn't it free phone off mobiles now? Is it? I think it is. I think it is. We'll find out about that for you.
I'm pretty sure it is now. 0800 644 655 is your number on that, and that's your code. And for these nylon cutters, we're not seeing them in 9 months. They're backed by very popular demand, LJDO23. Myself and Debbie Bulford are going to have a little look at what you've been creating over at what we call the Wall of Fame. We're here at the Wall of Fame just moments before that DVD, so stay tuned. We've got a beautiful piece. We've just both been drooling over to start off.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Stunning.
This is number 374 from Alana in Inverness. It says, this is my gizmo and chain necklace with green line jasper, all from JM. Thanks to all gems at JM and their tips and inspirations, from Alana. That is beautiful.
That is so beautiful.
That's lovely. Like that very much.
Love that. 374. I've got 377 here, and this is Tracy. Hello, Tracy. Hi all. This is a necklace and earring set which my mother-in-law claimed for her birthday this October. It consists of 10mm dark coffee frosted shell pearls, 6mm shell pearls and pyrite rounds, finished off with gold-plated shepherd's hooks for the earrings and a heart-shaped toggle clasp. This is my second entry to the Wall of Fame and was delighted to hear and see my first entry last week, although sad as didn't want anyone to feel upset or sad due to reading out how I came to find yourselves. A big thank you for a heartfelt word from Eleanor and Mark. Love to you all and good luck to your fellow waffers, and not forgetting me too. Kind regards from Tracy. Tracy, that is really stunning. It's so neat. I'm not surprised it's already been claimed.
Gorgeous. Really lovely. 377.
Well done to you, Tracy. Good luck to you.
This must have taken some time as well. This is number 375. It says, hi all at JM. This is from Jackie in Worcestershire. It says, here is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. It's a knotted necklace using S-long cord, jasper nuggets, aquamarine nuggets, chain and a heart-shaped clasp. Everything from JM except the aquamarine. I hope you like it, from Jackie in Worcestershire. That takes a long time to knot all those. That's lovely.
Really beautiful. Love those colours you've chosen as well. This one, really nice collection, says, hi all, necklace, bracelet and earrings inspired by Mark on Monday's morning show, made with pink shell pearl, twisted wire and brass purple chain, all from JM, along with the findings. Good luck to all. Love the shows, even if watching does cost me far too much. And that is from Fiona in Pembrokeshire. Don't worry, Fiona. Don't forget, gemstones generally just go up in price. So, you know, surely. And it's fun, isn't it? 378 is your number.
I love these colours. They're beautiful. 376. This is from Linda in Hull. It says, good afternoon to everyone at JM. Here's my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. 2 bracelets made with Amazonite that I bought in a sale on your website. I have added some crystals from my stash. One clasp is from JM and the other clasp from my stash. Good luck to everyone in this week's Wall of Fame, from Linda in Hull. That's lovely.
Like that a lot, Linda. Love that you've done one with silver and one with gold as well. Makes it interesting.
Lovely.
Okay, lovely ladies and gentlemen, have you just seen that? Just seen this catch the light? Just caught the light then. See that? Gold necklace. This is coming up for you today. After the break, lovely ladies and gentlemen, it is the launch of a brand spanking new DVD. Here it is in all of its beautiful glory. But to find out more, stay tuned. I'll be back in about 3 minutes.
Book now to take part in the Gemporia experience. Take a behind-the-scenes tour of the TV studios, meet the presenters and learn about gemstones and jewellery. The price of £169 includes an overnight stay at the picturesque White Swan Hotel, a buffet lunch, refreshments, a £20 gift voucher towards your evening meal and a free glass of bubbly.
It's terrific. Hannah is so knowledgeable, the gemologist, and as I said, I've learnt loads and I would highly recommend it to anybody.
Very good value, very well put together, and yes, go for it.
Dates are limited, so call or email us now for an experience you'll never forget.
You don't need another love song. I'm gonna write it just the same. The years have changed us since they've come and gone. There are some things that remain. I see the changes in the mirror from who I was so long ago, and all the things you've always wanted. Well, I'm still working on those, but for now I'm content just following our dreams. You and me, just you and me.
The Burning Heart of Oregon is now available to you in this stunning new collection, American Fire Opal, the finest discovery.
Today I've been on the Beginner's Wirework course with Louise, and it's been absolutely fantastic. We started off with quite simple techniques in the morning and worked on throughout the day until we got to doing things like making rings, which is the first wire wrap ring I've made successfully so far, onto more difficult techniques like the pendant wrapping, which again is my first ever pendant wrapping. Louise is excellent, it's clear instruction. There's plenty of time for her to get around the small class to give you personal tuition and tell you where you may be going wrong, or give you an idea of what you should do with your designs.
Join Gemma Crow with her Wire Mesh DVD. Gemma introduces and guides you into the fabulous art of mesh. Create vintage looks with amazing texture and structure. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
It's here! It's time! DVD! Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. My name's Becky. It's lovely to have you on board, and I have got for you brand spanking new DVD. It's been overhauled. I have got for you here your introduction to polymer clay. Now, we have, if you've never watched Jewellery Maker before, we bring you lots of genuine gemstones and all the components you need to make your own jewellery. And we also do, I think, spectacular step-by-step tuition via our DVDs. And the lovely guest designer talking us through and who is created this DVD for us has joined me today. Her name is Debbie Bulford. Hi, Debbie Bulford.
Hello, you.
Tell us a little bit about this DVD, please.
Well, I did a basics DVD when I first joined Jewellery Maker, and I've learned as long as with everybody else a lot more about polymer clay. So we thought it was about time that we updated it. So we've gone through the three basic canes. We've gone through the three basic canes that you'll find in every single design. But I've given you some extra ideas, some kaleidoscope ideas, how to put colour together, how to do your design, etc. So I just think it's taken it a little bit further than the previous DVD. Still basics, still for beginners, and it's also a recap as well for people that have done polymer clay before. Perhaps they think, oh, how did I do that? And for anyone teaching as well, it's a good way of introducing students to a new medium. It's very easy to do, but just taking it to a different level, really.
And I think you raised a good point there about the recap. Sometimes if we've been doing something for quite some time, we can almost become a little bit sloppy maybe with our initial techniques. We can sometimes forget them quite a bit as well. So perfect for anyone who maybe even has been doing polymer clay for you know, a couple of years.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yes, because I think we all get into a routine of doing things that maybe we shouldn't do. And it goes through the baking and all the different tools and the bits and pieces. So it just introduces you to polymer clay all over again, and perhaps it reminds you of some things you might have forgotten.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have been working with polymer before, then still treat yourself to this. What about treating your friends to it? Polymer clay, the thing I adore about polymer clay is really anybody can get involved.
Yes.
Young people can get involved with this, and you know, I do work with young people, and you know, in the summer months my other work gets a lot busier. You know, we will have things like weekends away, and we will go on camping trips, and it's very busy and can be tiring in the easiest sense of the word. Keeping them entertained realistically for a long period of time, can't it? Even just for a day. And yes, of course, in the summer months it is gorgeous weather, so you can go out on day trips, you can pay for the zoo or pay for a meal out and pay for this and pay for that, but the cost really does mount up. Polymer is something that young people can get involved with, isn't it?
They can, and it's not just young people. I have taught this to adults with learning difficulties. And the sense of achievement they get when they, you know, they're still happy to use the equipment that we use, but when they cut through the clay and they open it up and think, goodness me, I've made that, the sense of achievement and the joy on their faces, and then they can go home wearing something they've made, and it's a lovely thing to introduce people to. It doesn't matter what age they are, it doesn't matter at all. Everybody loves it.
It is something for absolutely everybody, and there's a lot for you to learn on this DVD, I have to say. I have got for you here a big selection. So you're going to be learning the basic canes. Tell us a bit about that, Dave.
Basic canes are the three canes that you see everywhere. It's the bullseye cane, which is a bit like a licorice all sort. You've got the spiral cane, and then you've got the checkerboard cane or the striped cane. So those you'll see in nearly every design. Once you start to look at your polymer clay and you look deeply into all the different designs, you'll see those are the three that are just done in different colours, basically.
You've also got in here the kaleidoscope, the bead shapes, adding patterns. As well.
That's actually slicing your canes and how to apply them to things, how to add the patterns to your designs and your shapes and sizes.
I see. And then, of course, you've got your leftovers and finishing. Now, leftovers sounds like just, oh, it's just going to be full.
Yeah, but scrap.
The scrap, the leftovers, the scrap can be nicer than
what you've just I know.
Actually made.
How many times have we said this? Every day I do polymer clay nearly, and you spend all those hours making something, and then you twist your scrap together and cut it in half. It looks better than what you spent 3 hours making in the morning.
Yeah,
which is very frustrating. But yes, don't forget to use your scrap. And this is one hobby I know that you can take out, you can wear, but also there is no waste. There is no waste whatsoever.
No. Absolutely not. And don't forget, you know, we can work this in with gemstones. I'm just looking at what I've got coming up for you later on, actually. And, you know, some of the colours that we've got in here are reminiscent of that, of maybe if you were to do, you know, a skinner blend with some of these similar tones.
Absolutely.
Because you can still, of course, work it with your beautiful gemstones as well. So plenty in here for you. It really is for everybody to get involved with. And we're showing you a few little clips from this now as well that you can see. It's going to be something to add to your collection, really, isn't it?
It is. If you haven't got it, it's well worth having. For the price, I can't believe the price of our DVDs here. It's amazing. It's an hour long. You can rewind me and stop me and rewind again and keep playing it over and over again at your speed.
Absolutely. Because let's face it, we're all very different learners.
We are.
Some people will watch something once and it will hold in their mind. Some people, like myself, I'll watch the whole thing, and then I'll go and watch the little bit and I'll pause it.
Yeah.
And then a little bit more and I'll pause it. And that's how I learn. We all learn in different ways, and that's what this does. This is specifically designed to your learning style, your learning format, because essentially with this DVD you're in control. You have got a workshop, but you're not there with 9 other people. It's you, yourself and I, and you have got just step by step however you want it. All of that, it's for everyone, and it's only £4.95. It's your own tailored workshop in a way. You can make it last as long as you want, or you can, you know, just go to the individual pieces that you want. You can use this day in, day out. It's going to be for everybody. You know, the polymer clay that we've got, you know, the polymer I've got coming up for you in bundles and things later on, we're going to be doing great prices. So it's a great low cost medium to get yourself started out with. But also the wonderful thing about it as well is, you know, it is non-toxic. It is fine to be worked with by young people. You know, it's one of those lovely projects that you can work just super duper quickly.
Yeah, and it's the sort of thing I would buy and then keep it and put it to one side, and between now and sort of that horrible word Christmas, you can start building up a stash and some presents and think, right, okay, if I've got a friend that wants to get into something like that, I'll buy that now, keep it, and then put it with something else.
Absolutely. Completely. So do treat yourself to this whilst you can. Brand spanking new DVD for you today. It is your polymer clay. And do you know what you're going to need for this DVD? Probably some polymer. So I will bring you some polymer right now. What would you like me to bring? Primo. I've got the souffle game coming up for you later, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's one of the highlights of our day here. Kerry has got the biggest smile on her face now. I've got Primo first off for you. Now, just whilst I'm getting these, what feels like thousands of packs out, will you tell us a little bit about what Primo is?
Yes, Primo is a really good all-round clay. It's for just for caning. It's for anything you want it to be, really. It really is an all-rounder, and it's very good because the colour doesn't come off in your hands. So again, it's good for teaching workshops. When I first joined JewelleryMaker, I was asked to have a look at the clays, and I used to use a different brand, but you used to have to wipe your clay in between, wipe your hands in between every different colour clay. Whereas with this brand, you can go from white to black to gold, and you don't have to do it. The only one I'd be worried about is red, because you do turn things pink, but that's only when you've got really hot hands.
Of course, like on a day like today.
Yes.
I've got such an array of colours here. I've got that gorgeous... Now, I suppose one thing to point out will be the difference between something that just says Primo and something that says Primo Accents.
Okay, the ones with the gold packaging are Primo by itself. That is the PVC, little particles of PVC with the plasticizers which hold it together with a pigment added. The ones that have got the purple wrapping on means there's something extra, which is either a glitter or a pearl powder, or can be translucent clay. It is something with something added.
So, for example, here I've got for you the translucent. Now that gives a different look, doesn't it?
It does. It gives a different look because it looks a little bit waxy when it's baked. It goes a slightly shade darker when it's baked. It's good for doing leaves of petals and things because they look like flowers. They look waxy, sort of almost see-through. But you can add different colours to that. You can add pearl to that, and that then makes it opaque.
I have got pearl within here as well, which is beautiful to go with it, almost a pearly colour at the end over there. Other accent ones include things like the antique gold and the pearl, as we've said. Can you see the glitters in these sections? Can you see that? That beautiful glitz, that's the accent. It's almost like a mica powder that's been added, isn't it, Debbie?
It is exactly what it is.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, exactly what it is. And you can do all sorts of things, do mica shifts, and if you mix that with something like the black, you get this beautiful bronze. If you mix that gold and the black together, you get the most fabulous bronze. It's beautiful.
I've got for you as well this stunning blue, which is so beautiful, and this is a translucent too, so when it's baked just by itself, is it as pow in your face?
It's slightly darker actually. It is slightly darker in shade. It's still translucent, but it is slightly darker.
So it'd go beautifully with something like this in not very long. Oh no, I showed you the other strand earlier, didn't I? 2 strands of Tanzanite. Are you having a giraffe? 2 strands under £50 each. What's that over there? Oh, it doesn't matter. I have also got for you here a gorgeous vibrant green. You've got your ecru as well, which we have spoken about before, but it's great for things like your face canes, which is of course a workship that you have and a DVD that we have
That's
as
right.
well.
It's good for doing your face canes to add to your flesh colour to make it not so sort of rosy pink. And get proper flesh colour. It's also good to add to the different colours. You mix that with the fuchsia that you've got there, and it just tones it down slightly. Just the ecru is a good one for adding. If you don't want to make it paler and make it like a baby pink, if you put the ecru with it, it just takes that colour down and makes it more subtle.
You are getting in this 570 grams worth of a mixture of clay. You are getting translucent, almost a little bit sea glass-ish. You are getting beautiful sparkle with the mica powdered accents. You are getting the go-to colours here. You're getting the black and white in their purest of forms, which is really, really, I know it sounds silly, but that's a rarity in itself in a bundle.
It is. Usually they're not included at all. They're sold separately. So those are fabulous because you use that nearly with everything.
Absolutely, don't you? Absolutely everything. They are just spectacular. I've also got those stunning silver-esque tones in here as well. It's 570 grams worth. I've got 10 different packs in here for you today. The price point's going to knock your socks off. For all of this, for 10, I went onto a very well-known crafting website and had a little look at their current prices, because it does change a bit. Their current price, the very well-known one, possibly one of the biggest ones in the UK anyway, £2.29 at this moment in time. £2.29 per block, the exact same brand. It's not a different brand, you know, it's an exact price comparison. £2.29 per block. Good price. But ours is working out £1.49 per block. So how much are you saving per block, Dion? Is that, can you work that maths out for me? You know I'm rubbish at maths. So our blocks, no, so the blocks I'm mentioning are £2.29 at this moment in time, that well-known site. Ours are working out £1.49. So what's the difference in that then? Dion hasn't woken up yet. £2.29 theirs is. Producer Helena's looking tan from Glastonbury. How was it?
Amazing.
Was it amazing? What was your highlight, please?
Oh, it was too much.
Too much? Oh, doesn't it make you sick? So jealous. So your price point, you're saving yourself. So per block, that's working out about
80 pence, isn't it? Was it 80p?
About that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Saving yourself about £7, just £7 something, just on this collection, and about 80 pence per block. That builds up 80 pence a block,
it does.
working out over £7 saving in total from our competitors. And that shop I'm talking about isn't like known as a high-end store either a lot of the time for crafting. There are other ones that you can go to that are more high-end in price. So that price is really fantastic, isn't it?
Oh, it is. And I've seen them, as we've said before, between £2.20 and £2.50 a block. So I don't quite know how we do it. I just think it's because we just buy in bulk. But
I think it's right.
Fab.
And I think there's going to be a fair few people taking advantage of this today as well. A gorgeous array of colours. What are you in the mood for? Are you in the mood for traditional? Are you in the mood for something a bit vintagey? What would I go for if I'm thinking tradish? Go for a colour palette of 3. I like working with 3s. I'd go for this as a colour palette of something a little bit traditional myself. And then obviously use the black to maybe sort of stream through the antiques gold and the pearl. What about if I wanted something a little bit Glasto inspired? Okay, I'd go fuchsia, definitely. I'd go in with the blue translucent, and ooh, would I go wild? Let's put silver with it as well to kind of mute it down a little bit. Those would be mine for a little bit of a festival feel. You can do any kind of theme or idea that you have in your mind with this collection. You really, really can. What would I think of if I fancied something a little bit summer picnic? Summer picnic would definitely involve ecru. It definitely involve that translucent red. What else would I think? A bit of green, obviously. Obviously. I'd probably take that colour down a little bit with the acro as well. I just think it's an amazing price point. Working out, there are multi-buyers on this, working out about £1.49 per pack. And these packs really do last you as well, they really do. If you've got these storage boxes, you can store your polymer in here absolutely fine and dandly as well, so no need to worry about anything like that. Well done, absolutely everybody who's got that. If you got these, don't forget to get your DVD. I have got more coming through, but as you can imagine, we haven't had that much polymer on of late, so it has been very, very popular. But I'm going to move on because I've got so much to fit in. What did you say, lovely lady? Souffle. Ah! Tell us a little bit about Souffle, please, apart from their names being amazing.
Yes, the names are a bit strange, aren't they?
They are so cool.
Souffle clay has the finish of a suede to it. It's not a sort of clay that you can polish, highly polish that easily, and I don't see why you would, because it tends to be used for cake toppers or key rings, or front of cards to make little card toppers. You can use it to make really big, bold statement pieces with lots of colour in blocks. It is very, very soft. You don't need to condition it quite as much as you would any other clay. So it's good for people who are just starting out or who have dexterity problems. So yes, have a go with Souffle. You'll find it's a completely different feel. It looks like suede when it's been made, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It gives a beautiful finish.
It does.
Now, the interesting thing with Souffle is they have got the most unusual names. No cheating, Kerry. I can see Tech Hop Kerry's looking up at the graphics that tell her the exact colour. No cheating. Right, let's play Guess the Colour. What's this one? Cass, shout out. What?
Sand.
Sand. Love that, but no, it's latte. I've then got this one. What are we thinking? Kerry, stop cheating. Olive. No, you're close. Pesto. That's quite a good one, that. I'll give you a clue. Cacao. Cacao. Canary. Yeah, of course. What's this one? Oh, it's cold outside. Winter snow. No. White Walker. No. Stop watching Game of Thrones. It's igloo, of course. Look at this one. This is a clue. Oh, I've got it in my tooth after my bagel. What a nightmare. Poppy seed. Obviously, poppy seed. What's this one? Everyone's laughing because Dion's just said, oh, I thought like tooth decay for that one. I've got this one here.
Oh dear.
Oh, I'm on a beach. Dion, of course, who's obsessed with the colour blue, just says, it's just called the best colour ever in the world. No, it's called Lagoon. I like this one. Think Halloween. Pumpkin. Absolutely bang on.
Dion's cheating.
Dion is cheating, I think you're right. What's this one? Oh, I'm having a drink by the pool. It's a cocktail. It's a Mai Tai. It absolutely is. Or if you're drinking a Mai Tai, it's a Mind Tai. Get that?
Very good.
I use that joke whenever I have a Mai Tai. This one? Anybody? It's outside. If you fall over and scrape your knee on it, oh, it's a nightmare. It doesn't half hurt. Gravel. No, close, but no cigar cast. It's concrete. Concrete. And my personal favourites. No clues for this one. Amethyst. No, it's not. But Dion, I loved how excited you got then when you thought it was. This, of course, ladies and gentlemen, that well-known favourite, turnip. Obviously. So that's the array of colours you've got here, ladies and gentlemen. You've got such a gorgeous array of your souffle. Great for you to work with, great for lots of different things. You have got Souffle polymer clay. Your price point today for 480 grams, again just £14.95. You're getting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 different colours for you here today. And souffle, who's going to be working with this one, lovely Debbie B?
I have a lot of people come on the workshops who do flowers for cakes. So anyone who's into cake decorating who wants to make flowers that are more permanent for your brides or what have you, long as it stands on a cake stand, as long as it doesn't touch the icing. It's not toxic, but just to be a bit careful.
So that people don't try and eat it.
Yes, exactly. But you could make some permanent flowers with these, because you can carve into it, because when it's baked it's still slightly soft, so you can use your carving tools to be able to carve your petals and your leaf designs, and of course you've got all the colours there of the leaves, etc. So yes, great for people who do cake toppers, weddings, children, doing key rings, doing presents for school teachers, or if you just want to do big bold colours and to mix the colours together, then that's for you.
Can I use this with my Primo?
You can actually, as long as you mix it really, really, really well, because if you have a soft clay and a hard clay and you try and make a cane, when you start to stretch it, the soft clay will give and the hard clay won't.
I see what you're saying.
And then you'll get distortion. And also when you bake it, the soft clay will still be flexible and the hard clay won't, and if it's a bangle or something, it will break. So make sure that when you condition it, they are both to the same consistency and mixed well. Don't use souffle, stripe, Primo stripe, souffle, stripe.
But I can mix the colours together.
You can mix the colours together.
So say I wanted a fuchsia turnip.
Yeah.
I could mix those together
You could
really,
indeed,
really well.
if you would ever. I don't know why, yes, but yes, you
What
could.
about if I wanted a green igloo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect for green igloos.
That'd be really nice,
really
wouldn't
good
it?
green igloos.
Rave igloo.
Rave igloo.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So you can use these together, just mix them in together really, really well. £14.95, again working out an amazing price point of just £1.49. Now do not forget, you do need to store this in a correct manner, and I have the tools for the job. Why do I need to store polymer in the right way?
Okay. If you put the polymer into a clear plastic box, the cheap plastic box you get from the supermarkets, which is a great to freeze food in and what have you, you'll find that the plasticizers will react with the plastic.
Okay.
So it needs to be an opaque plastic box, like with Becky, is my glamorous assistant, going to show you in 1 second.
Oh no, it's just me doing it, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Oh.
Your glamorous assistant is off today. Sorry.
Usually they've got a number 5 with an arrow around, which means recyclable, which means it's the right grade of plastic. And the way to test it, to be honest, is to take a tiny bit of clay, put it in the bottom of a box, leave it 24 hours, and if it starts to go tacky, you'll know it's the wrong type of plastic.
Okay, so that's a great tip, keep your eyes peeled, and this is that grade 5, isn't it?
It is, it's fine.
This is your selection of your double stacker storage box. Take a little look at how much polymer I can get into this, and these are full blocks, don't forget. So I've got in here for you your storage blocks. It has these little snap down sections at the front, and on this one I've got multi-layer. So you can see this whole top layer, I've got 3 individual sections, which gets a block in, and there's still space as well, so great for canes. I've got a long section at the bottom as well, but look, I've even got more space in here. You've got these 4 individual sections with these 3 removable sections if I take one out for you. So you can use it as one whole open space if you wanted to. Let me just line that up again. But you don't have to, of course. You can use it in these individual selections. A great way to store your polymer. Absolutely perfect. Now, Dion, come out here and say that, please. Please, Dion. Please, come on. I just want to tell you exactly what my producer Dion has just said in my ear, but if I just say it, you won't believe it. Hi, Dion.
Hi.
Dion's looking fierce today.
Thanks.
Dion,
I think I
you're
took
looking
it.
so sad with yourself.
I think I took it down too much. But just buy it anyway, you know.
Do you genuinely, you've just said, oh, I've taken this down too low.
Yeah.
What were you going to take it down to?
$9.95. And have a look what it is.
That's what producer Dion, she's accidentally taken this down far too low, which is, as Dion came out and looked up then, she's looking up at my call screen, she was going to take it down to $9.95. It's £6.95 for you today. Dion's just said she's a bit tired and somehow the 9 turned upside down and it's now $6.95. That is why Dion just came out here, my producer Dion, looked up at the screen and saw people buying 2, people buying 4, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 6. 2, 1, 1, 2, etc., etc. I sound like a really naff warm-up DJ, don't I? 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 6. There's so many of you coming in and getting this. Dion, you know any slight blue makes you blind. Yes, of course. And by slight blue, of course, we just mean these little clasps. Just an inch of it. It's like a red rag to a bull, isn't it? So many of you coming in and getting this. You can see I've only got 14 left, 10 left now, but they are obviously going to fly out the door. Check out whilst you can, ladies and gentlemen. We've got more treats coming up. I've got gold. I've got Tanzanite. Guess I've got my favourite cut in the whole wide world. Something brand new that you want everyone to buy, Dion. Tell me, because you just think it's amazing. Tell me. The leather with the chain. Where is that? Cassie's bringing it over to me. Brand spanking new. I was thinking about bringing my other handbag today because it's just filled with stuff and it has this exact strap on it. Honestly, it looks exactly the same as this. I can't believe that. Have a look. I have got for you here your black faux leather chain, essentially. Look at that handbag chain I've got here for you. How astonishing is this? This is brand spanking new. I've never seen anything like this before. And look, how much do we get? You are joking. 3 meters. 3 meters worth. Wow. That is amazing. Brand spanking new, 3 meters worth. Do you know what? Just funky headband. I just love that as a headband.
That's nice.
Bag
like
strap. Please message us in now. What would you be using this for? Because it's brand spanking new. I'd love your ideas. 60777. Start your text with the word JM Studio. And what would you do with this, WB?
Well, if I was a wire worker, and I'm not, but if I was a wire worker, I know I've seen coming up for, I would think, the winter months, I think, yes, autumn, winter this year, they're doing cuffs that wind around your arm. And if you were to wire up the middle of that and just have it that wrapped up your arm 2 or 3 times, like that would be quite nice.
Really funky. Love that idea.
Really nice, I like that.
That is so nice and eye-catching.
Be
What
nice,
would you...
Nice for a belt though, wouldn't it? It'd be nice just for, or to just put them on the edge of your lapels or something. Just do something different with it. It's superb.
Let me show you ins and outs of this, shall I? Really easy to work with. Let me show you. So, the end one is most certainly, and the rest of them are as well. These are open loop jump rings. So, if you want to open these, you literally just pull them apart and Bob's your uncle. So you've got all of these individual sections. Now, you might be thinking, well, how am I going to cut the faux leather? You're simply going to be cutting it if you've got any shears. I presume if you've got any scissors as well, because it's a nice quality, but it's not too thick and chunky. And then can you see here how they've done it on the end here? Just folded that over and glued it down. So if you've got any hypo cement, if you've got any fabric glue in your collection, just use it like that. And yes, all right, you might have a spare jump ring, but you can use these twisted jump rings for loads of things. If you make lots of little pieces, you might actually have enough to make like a matching chain if you wanted to, or even make yourself a chain and then loop your own leather through it if you wanted to. 3 meters worth of this. That is a lot, isn't it?
It is. You know when Deborah Rudge made that handbag out of chainmail?
I recall.
That would make a nice strap for that, wouldn't it, actually?
It would make a fab strap for that.
You could just do an evening bag strap and just put it over a clutch bag or something. If you didn't want to carry it around all night, and just use it as a strap, just to put the clutch over. That's really nice, I like that.
Or have you got one of those bags that the strap is just a really weird length?
Yes. Yes.
You get some that are just a really odd length.
Why do they do that? I don't know why they do that.
No idea. I've got an over the shoulder one that goes all the way over, you wear it across the body, and the back sits like here. Now, who wants a bag just here? It makes no sense. If you want to get your purse out of it, you almost do this strange, ape-like impression. It's odd. It's something like this, to upcycle. A lot of us are into upcycling, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Upcycling something like your handbag, perfect. Brand spanking new, never seen anything like it before. Super high fashion, 3 meters for £7.95. If you went into, say, a haberdashery, and you obviously in haberdasheries will tend to have to pay by the metre, won't you? Sometimes it's half a metre, but you'll tend to have to pay by the metre. £7.95 surely for a leather strap and a chain going over it. You'd be looking at that close to that per metre, surely. For 3 metres though, that is just sensational. No wonder I've got so many people multi-buying on this. It's going to be super duper usable, isn't it?
It is. I mean, for something like a beach bag or something, if you wanted to, you know, if your strap broke or what have you, that's fabulous to update a beach bag, because some of the beach bags I like to use as handbags. They're so colourful and lovely, aren't they?
You're right.
But I definitely would look at that for embellishment on clothes.
Love that idea.
Definitely.
Do you know what? You could embellish into it, I'm wondering.
You could. In fact, you could take the leather out and use the leather and then use the chain, couldn't you?
Of course you could. And then you've got 6 metres worth of products
exactly,
then, haven't you?
Exactly.
For £7.95.
Yeah.
I would make a decorative belt. Julie, you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
I love that idea as a decorative belt.
Nice, nice.
And do you know what? You could make a clasp for it if you're into wire work, or you could even just overdo it and make it into a bow. You know, double bow it as a belt as well. I have some belts that are purely just cord, and because they have the metal in you, when you knot them at the front with the big bow, they do just kind of hold their shape. I think that'd look beautiful. In fact, I wonder what a bow would look like with this. Oh yeah, look. I think that looks super modern, doesn't it? Super duper modern. Love that idea. Thank you for that, lovely Julie. Yeah, fab idea. Flip flops, great idea. Love that one as well. Might be quite. I know it's quite soft between your toes, I imagine. Yeah. I think that's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece we got there. £7.95, loads of multi-buyers. Lovely to see you all. Hello, everybody. Clasps. There we go. Let's tighten my hands up slightly. I've got some big clasps now. These have got such a fab design to them. What does that make me think of? It's almost Egyptian-esque, almost, especially in the gold. What do you think of when you see these? Apart from really usable. They are so usable. That's, I think, what it reminds me of. You know the Egyptian letter R? You know what I mean, don't you? You know the hieroglyphic for the letter R? It looks like an eye, doesn't it? I think that's what it's reminding me of. A little bit. I've got for you, now these are all precious metal plated that we've got here with your beautiful clasps. Really stunning. I've got for you, come back, I've got for you the gold plated, don't forget, real deal gold. I've got the silver and I've got the rose gold as well here. They are serious quality because you can see the amount of metal that's gone into creating these. They are super duper big, chunky, without being over the top heavy. If I show you around them, you can see the amount of metal you will be getting there. It's an absolute huge amount. And you've even got that wave detail on the inside. Can you see that there? Can you see how the light catches that? Can you see how the light catches and almost folds with the actual pictures? That is giving you shine, it's giving you shimmer, and it's giving you high-end look, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, it is high-end. You have got genuine precious metal plating over this with the gold and the silver and the rose gold. And it is giving you shine that is almost melting over the top of these. You've got in here 30, because I've got 3 of each colour. I'd love to see this in a multi-link chain. 1 gold, 1 rose gold, 1 gold, 1 rose gold, maybe a silver sporadically throughout. That'd be stunning, wouldn't it? I've got high shine, I've got durability because of the shape and size and look of these, and I've got that luxurious precious metal overlay. For 30, at $15.95, you are getting a deal. But I want it to be a real bargain. I want this to be one of those that if you miss out today, in 2 weeks' time, you're going to be kicking yourself. £12.95 for you today to get your hands on 30 of these. I'm not seeing these before. These are beautiful for you today. They really are sensational. I have got that high shine precious look. I have got that gold, silver and rose gold effect for you. Imagine these with that chain I've just brought you. Imagine that gold clasp, maybe just finishing one of these off. That'd be fab, wouldn't it? Finishing that design off, really pretty look. And do you know what? The size of the jump ring that's holding these together is big enough to accommodate that jump ring, or even the cord if you wanted to finish it off with cord as well. I've got 30 of these. You've got shine, you've got durability, and you've got luxuriousness. What? All today at a reduced price of just £12.95 for you today. You've got shine, you've got glamour, you've got glimmer as well, haven't you? You're with these ones as well, don't forget they are a hook to use as a clasp, but you could link them together, almost imagining getting the smaller end of the loop and kind of linking it through this one, so you get different shapes. I've got about 20 people holding. You are holding on the phone lines. Do not worry about that. We'll be with you. 0800 644 655. What happens when you ring that number is you'll be given a little list of numbers to press. It's only a really short list. You're pressing 1 to get through to the call centre, and they will sort out the order for you. I'm pretty sure it's from today that yeah, check it, that mobile numbers go free, free to 0800 numbers. It's a new thing. They might not have been doing it today. Let me triple check for you. Or, of course, talk to your mobile phone provider. But, yeah, they are doing it in the next week, definitely, that you're getting free phone, 0800 numbers becoming free on mobiles. So do check with your provider. But if you're ringing from a British landline, then you are definitely on a free phone. It's not a premium rate. Go on, what's Dion saying? Dion's had a little look. Today is the start of what Ofcom is billing as the biggest changes to calls in over a decade. So yes, today is the first day that your 0800 numbers, like our one, is free from a mobile. That's wicked. So 0800 numbers now on your mobiles, no matter what kind of mobile provider you're on, will be going free phone. Double check, triple check, obviously with your provider, but it is the first day of it today, and apparently they're doing it to try and you know, kind of level the playing field, really, and because, you know, free phone numbers should be free phone, shouldn't they? And they are now, so good. My email worked. So even if you've got a mobile, you know, maybe you're out and about, do you know what? Maybe you sat in the garden today, it's scorchy outside, maybe you sat watching us on your tablet today outside, and do you know what? The idea of a trek inside to go and get the phone is a bit of a mission. Just take your mobile out with you. Bring it on there. £12.95 for you on those today. Happy 1st of July, everybody. Oh. Price point me. You are not serious. I cannot wait to show you this. I'll be honest, I've mentioned this because I wasn't 110% sure we were doing it today, because I know full well that a lot of the time when we're having, you know, really amazing pieces coming up, such as, you know, this Tanzanite that I've shown you, and this Tanzanite that I've shown you, and this Tanzanite that I haven't shown you, £50, £50, £50, or not, you know, whatever. When they're coming up for you, usually when we've got high end like that, or high end like this. What time is this coming out at, please, Dee? Midday, my favourite cut in the entire world. Oh, I can't look at it anymore. Oh my God! When I've got that coming up for you, normally we'll have such high end that we won't play too many high end things. So I was not aware that we were going to bring this to you today. What I've got for you here is the most sublimely clean strand of sapphire I've seen in a long time. The diaphanity on this is spectacular. When I'm talking about diaphanity, I'm talking about light interaction within this. You only get it on really, really high grade gems, in particular ones like sapphire. We don't get it on sapphire often. I haven't seen diaphanity of this extreme level in a sapphire in, well, it feels like months. I have got so much diaphanity, which means light translation, which means crispness, cleanness, and freshness. let me lay this down for you because I need to get my torch for you so that I can show you that there is clarity within this. Now, the only reason I'm getting the torch out is so that you can see through it, because the light in here is so one directional that it's hard for you to see. You see in these ones how much light you're getting through there. If that was opaque, that light would just stop. Even on those green tones as well. Look at that. Oh my goodness. The way in which the light is banding through this gives you that crispness, it gives you freshness, and because of that amount of diaphanity, because of that interaction with the light, what you're getting is you're getting more dispersion. You're getting the way that the light enters this and kind of breaks out into these different array of tones, and therefore the tone, the hue, and the saturation of this is more apparent. If this was just opaque, essentially what you've got is what you've got really with an opaque sapphire. What you see is what you're getting. With a clear, beautifully transparent, really, really eye clean in vast majority of these sapphires that I've got on this strand, what you're actually getting is, oh wow, look at that red tone that then almost turns into a pink, and wow, wait, what was that a flash of? Wait, was that a bit of green that I just saw flashing through that then? Because what's happening is the light is being broken up. Of course, in white light, you've got 7 different shades essentially within there that make up that white light, and you're getting bursts throughout these as you're looking at this in the light. I truly have not seen a sapphire of this quality in a very, very long time. To get that clarity, to get that crisp, fresh look means that you are getting that high-end look. This is the type of strand I would suggest that would be placed within a really high-end bracelet, a really high-end, collection this is. Now, what I've got for you here is something very, very special. This is a true collector's item. I'm going to say to you, if you've not got a sapphire in your collection right here, right now, that pops to the top of your mind when I say diaphanity, when I say crispness, when I say dispersion, if you've not got a sapphire that springs to mind as soon as I say that, you need to get your hands on this. And I'm saying that today because if you want that luxury look, that connoisseur look, that beautiful archetypal high-end look, then this is the strand for you. And I believe everybody deserves to be able to work with sapphire anyway, but everybody should at least have the opportunity to work with true quality sapphire, and that's exactly what I've got here. If you want shine, if you want crispness, your price point today. Now, £69.95 for something that is crisp, something that is white, something that is shining, something that, to me, is looking like it is so high-end, in fact, that actually it could be gem quality. That's how it looks to me. That's what I see. That's what I'm looking at right here. Well, don't do this to me. What are you talking about, clearance?
Clearance on that. I'm so intrigued in the challenge.
I've just taken £30 off, Debbie Bulford.
No.
Honestly, oh my goodness, get in on the phone right here, right now. What do you think of that, Debbie Bulford?
I don't think I've ever seen a strand quite as clear as that, I have to say.
Me neither.
I've never ever seen anything quite so sparkly as that.
No, me neither.
I didn't know until I joined here you could get sapphire in anything but blue.
Right, yeah.
And for anyone who is starting their journey on this wonderful world of gemstones, how fabulous to get that, because then you can see exactly what colours sapphire comes in. And I think that's really something to collect and look at and adore and just make into the most beautiful piece of jewellery.
That is
stunning.
Astonishing. I'm absolutely blown away. To every single one of you who've got your hands on this, a massive congratulations, because honestly, this is not your everyday sapphire. Take advantage of our 30-day money-back guarantee if you don't believe me, honestly, because this is not your everyday kettle of fish. This really, really, genuinely isn't. Do you know what? And I can't think of a time I've said this recently. This is the type of sapphire that can stand up to, in look, beauty and status, the likes of a Tanzanite. Now, I would not say that for any old sapphire. I wouldn't personally say that for maybe a sapphire that was completely opaque and very zoned in its colour. I personally wouldn't say that, just because that's not what I wouldn't do myself. That's all I personally wouldn't do myself. So I would never give a suggestion of something that I personally wouldn't do. This I absolutely would. If I put these sparkling sapphire, which, let's face it, on the clearer ones are almost diamond-like in appearance, I would absolutely put those alongside each other. Do you know what I love about this sapphire? It's got that clarity, it's got that brightness, it has got that that kind of gem quality look about it, but actually what I'm getting with it, at that £30 price point off, I'm getting crispness, I'm getting that diaphanity, I'm getting that light transaction, but also what I'm getting is I'm getting a gemstone that's called sapphire, that's in the big four, that I can wear every single day. It's a 9 on the Mohs scale. Mohs scale is a gemstone of hardness. I can get this and wear this every single day because I'm not going to likely to scratch it, scuff it, blemish it whatsoever. It is sensational. You've got to get that whilst you can. I'm not surprised I've got multi-bidders. I have to move on because that is getting low. If you're watching back on the night time, please do come on in and get those whilst you can. I just think they were sensational. Well done, everyone. You've got yourself an heirloom there with that sapphire. I just love it. I showed you these ones earlier on as well, didn't I? I have got for you your blue lace slices today, your blue agate slices. Look at those ones. Let me again get me torch out. Chink. Look at that clarity in areas. It's fab, isn't it? I have got for you here a really fab selection of your slices. With this, what you're getting is you're getting the way Mother Nature works and interacts. You're getting that beautiful zoning sections. You're getting this area where you get that internal druzy. You can actually see the crystal structure of this gemstone. If you're interested in gemstones, if you love learning about your gemstones, just having one at home to have a look into when you're learning about things like crystal structure can be very, very helpful. I've also got in here that beautiful outside kind of rough area that these have literally been sliced through, which is just astonishing to be able to see how Mother Nature works. I think it's wonderful. I'm going to be bringing you 750 carats worth of this here. You've got that smoothness juxtaposed with the roughness. You've got the way that Mother Nature works, and you've got something really, really usable here. Use it as a talking point. Use it as a pendant piece if you want to, especially one with the holes. Your price point today on this is not £14.95. I'm in a clearance, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to last for long, but I'm in one right here, right now. Get your hands on this selection today. 750 carats worth of really workable, really usable, £9.95. That's what we've taken it down to today. Under £10 for these cabochons. I've got myself 5 of these here today, which means even this massive, huge one right here was working out about £2. And don't forget, in some areas, on things like on the Asian market, don't forget, when you're getting ones like this, which is essentially really the cut out of a geode in a way, in the sense, it's essentially what you're getting here. You're looking for the big, big, big money on something like this. Huge price points. Mine came today. They're so pretty. That's from Sean. Thank you very much for that, Sean. Have you got ideas for them yet? What are you going to be doing with yours, Sean? I think if you do go on holiday, you're going to be seeing pieces like this all over the place. There's a gorgeous little shop in Chester which has got really interesting artefacts and gemstones and, you know, kind of just loads of really interesting pieces in it, and it has pieces like this in it all of the time, usually working out about £10 each. If we're looking at a slice, usually it would be a little bit thicker than this and possibly a different gemstone, but you're looking at about £10 per slice easily. You have got a sensational price point here, working out about £2 per one, which is just to show you how Mother Nature is working, to give you that smoothness, that internal detail. Learn about crystal structure. You know, I would say to you that really, really, really realistically, not very many people will perhaps think of themselves as being really into science and kind of the geology and gemology aspect of things. But when you do start to love gemstones, you will really fall in love with all of the different structures and things like this, where you can actually see all of that internal life and effect. You know, can you see all of those crystals? Can you see how they all point into the centre? That's because of the way in which that pressure changes within the geode. So you get it really nicely formed, and then at some point pressure and temperature will change and it will just give you this totally different look. It's something that people can get really, really excited with. It is something actually to entertain the youngsters with as well, you know, keeping them entertained, to really look into them. There's lots of messages coming in. I bought 2 packs, so I'm just stroking them at the mo. I always look like a Bond villain then. Who's this? Hello, Daryl. Pardon? Steampunk spider's web is just waiting to happen. Love that idea. Dion can't hear what word? You are joking. Really? That? Is that? Gosh, I didn't know that. You learn something new every single day, don't you? She can't even hear the word. She's going la 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 in there. There were so many of you coming in and getting this. It's an absolutely sensational price point. WB, what would you be doing with them whilst I mosey on over to you?
Well, last time I was on, I was given 5 minutes to make something up. So I would definitely do some loops around for a pendant, or I think the lady with the whatever that I can't say, yeah. If you put that in the middle and do a web around it, it's like a dream catcher. That's probably what the lady means. I've seen those before. Oh. And you can put that in front of the window, and of course the light shines through.
I think that is a fab idea.
Really nice.
Oh, you'd be able to work some gorgeous colours with it as well. That's got off your screen because I've not got many left, but I tell you what, I do have a few of. If you're quick, this collection, we've got the Kato clay here. How is this kit to work with?
I love these colours.
Fab colour palette, isn't it?
Oh, I love it.
Blues and golds and silvers.
Really like it.
Oh, I just love the look of this.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is. It really is. It really is a fab collection to work with.
It's just a summer collection, I think. It's the colours that you always see in summertime.
Now, this one looks a bit translucent-y.
It is translucent.
Is it indeed?
It is translucent.
Oh, it says on the bottom. Well, that makes it easier. I've never realised that the names come on the bottom. How much easier is my life now? Love that.
And you'll find that Kato clay just use basic colours. They don't have any funny names.
No, they don't. This one, blue.
Yeah.
If this one was souffle, oh, I don't know. I'm a man, Debbie darling, says Daryl. I did say your name before, didn't I? Did say before. Thank you, Daryl. Daryl's doing the steampunk spider.
Oh, right. Oh, right. Oh. Well, let us see a picture of that steampunk thingy we can't say.
Oh yeah, that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you very much, Daryl. So all of these colours we've got here for you. You've got your cloud pastel blue, your silver, your regal blue, your translucent, and your golden colour as well in there. Sticking with those colour themes, got a bit of gold in the cords. How were these cords to work with polymer?
I love these cords. You can bake onto these, obviously, but yes, they're nice because they go with polymer, I think. Polymer doesn't like anything too delicate to put with them, and I think these are a perfect match.
Yeah. They do work really nicely. What do you mean you can bake onto them, Debbie?
Well, you can put your pendant, if you wanted something to sort of slide onto it, and you didn't want it to move in it, what have you, then you can always bake onto them, because you don't bake at a very high temperature.
I suppose you don't, do you?
No.
I would never have thought about that. How clever. You've got these in so many of the designs, really a beautiful effect. And then the gemstones themselves. I've got this faceted, I feel like we all need this today. I hope you're all not melted yet at home. I hope you're all still with me. I've got here for you your coated hematite in that blue tone. Really nicely faceted effects that we've got here. And those ones are a 5mm. Nice to have something a bit different in 5mm.
It is actually, yes. They were all perfect sizes. They went together really well.
I've also got, oops, here we go. Look at that. Oh, look at that turquoise colour. That's really nice, isn't it? Really vibrant turquoise. Turquoise and the royal blue working perfectly with the Kato.
They do.
Was that done on purpose?
I think somebody might have thought about that, don't you?
I
think so.
Yeah, gorgeous. 80 carats worth of that magnesite 6mm, and then of course would it be complete without some beautiful gel pearl that I have here for you. 6mm again on those ones. So nice to have the 6mm and the 5mm, just a little bit of difference.
Yes,
but quite a bit of a variety in the look.
Absolutely.
Really
Absolutely.
pretty. And then all of these spaces.
They go on forever. I've got loads left over.
I'm just going to put a little pocket of them just there.
Yeah, they are fab.
There's
They're
loads.
really fab, and
How
the
many do we
holes
get?
are enormous.
100.
Wow.
Now, why is it being that size so useful?
Well, you can get a lot of cord through, or if you like using the Essilon thread, you can get loads and loads and loads of cords through ready to do your kimihimo on the end. But one thing I didn't have time to do, which is a very good idea, is that you can bake on top of these, and then that's your core. So you can put leather or chains through, and it looks like a particular bead that's in a shop. You know the one I mean?
I know exactly.
It won't have a snake chain through. You can't get a snake chain through, but you can put your cords through. So you
Love
can
that.
bake on top of those if you wanted to, and just, you know, that would be your core. Lovely.
Fab
Really
idea.
nice.
I think that's a gorgeous idea. You've got loads to work with here then. Just to let you know about the cords. On the cords you've got around 80 centimetres on each. You're getting around about an 8mm and 5mm on the nylon and leatherette as well. You get the colours of the golds and the blues and those silvery white pearlescent almost tones in there. You're getting 100 of the spaces as well as those 3 strands and the 5 Kato clays. You are sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the price roll away.
Very good there. If you
We've
thought about
rolled it down today to just £24.95 for you for all of those different pieces. But guess what? We've got you all in the mood for clearance now, haven't we? We got everyone in the mood for clearance earlier on. We've just had those 2 clearance strands. So we're rolling it again to one of the lowest prices that we've had in quite some time of just £21.95 today. What do you think of the price of that
That's
one,
fabulous.
please?
It's fabulous for all of that. When you think how much the jewellery would cost each, that's just silly, really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 there. So it's less than £3 a piece, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you would never, ever, ever look at that and think, oh, that will cost about, £3. You would just never do it. Or
No.
this one.
No, well, absolutely not. No.
Ever. Would you?
Nope.
Yeah, it really is.
Gosh.
It's astonishing,
It's
isn't
amazing.
it?
Absolutely
Get them
amazing.
whilst you can, because we have rolled that down, that price, not once, but twice for you today. Sitting on the dock of the bay, bringing in these gorgeous gemstones for you today. I love that necklace as well. That bracelet.
Well, that's a
sorry.
necklace. That's actually a necklace I've just
is
done
it?
into 3. Yeah, if you
Oh, but
put
I
it
really
up,
like it like that.
you can wear it as a necklace. It's on elastic. So then you can just put it round and round and round and round your arm. I do like things like that. Just simple things. Just very
Classic.
simple.
Where are we starting today? Lovely.
Okay, I'm going to show you how to do the little bracelet.
Yeah.
It's perfect, isn't it, that? And then you can wear it as a
It's
necklace
just
the next night.
perfect.
And, I just like simple things like that.
I love that.
Right, simple bracelet, really simple bracelets. We're going to start off really from scratch. So, here we have 3 of the colours. I've used the blue, and I've used the gold, and I've put a little hint of the turquoise into the gold to make it like an old gold, so it's
see
not
that.
so bright, because it matches the cord a little bit better, the colour. And then I've put the translucent on the inside. And I've put those on top of each other, and I've put it through my clay roller on number 1, which is the thickest setting, and then put all 3 on top of each other and put it through number 1 again. So I've flattened them.
Got you.
All right. So then with this spiral, I take a little cut 45-degree angle. Anyone who's got the DVD, this shows this in great detail how to do this.
Don't forget that new DVD's on the bottom of your screen right now.
Yep. And then you just roll this. Now I did this yesterday, and it's probably going to crack a little bit because it's dried out. Yes, it is. Never mind. If ever you do have clay that cracks, just work it between your fingers a little bit more, and just the heat of your fingers will just warm up those little particles of plastic, and you'll get it back together again. Now, I quite liked the spiral as it was, so I didn't want to slice it and put it onto other clay, so I basically just sliced it as it was there and then. So I just used either a blade or a piece of acrylic just to flatten it into a square. But an additional thing you can do is you can add a little bit of sparkle. Now I know later we've got some glitters coming up. I thought you'd be
super fine glitters, super duper fine, perfect for washing and everything.
Yeah. So if I pop some on this, this is one of the. I'm only putting it on a piece of paper because I don't want to get it everywhere. But I just thought it was an ideal opportunity to show you what they were like. So you rub and rub and rub and rub, and you burnish it into the clay, and it's not like normal glitter. It doesn't come off. Once it's in that clay, it's in that clay. See that? A wonderful, wonderful sparkle.
Isn't that gorgeous?
So what you can now do is to wrap your cane in this. If I just wrap a small amount, and you'll see what I mean. If you just wrap
Glitter is
this.
coming up later.
Yeah. So if I just take the centre part for now and just wrap it in this, and like so. So when I cut my slices, and obviously you tidy that seam up a little bit more if you had the time. When I cut my slices, the slice at the end will look like the bracelet at the end, but then of course you can have your bracelet like so, and then the edges have got the glitter on them, so you can do them plain like I did on my bracelet, or you can put whatever colour glitter you want and then put your bead in between. You just put a pin through the middle or a piece of wire, and then you've got your lovely spiral.
Done and dusted.
Okay, like so. Whoop! Let's stand up there. You got your spiral.
Fab. Done and dusted.
There you go.
Beautiful. We will bring that sparkle to you in a little bit, but now we want to have a look at what you've been putting your sparkle on with the Wall of Fame. We are over at the Wall of Fame, and we're going to start off with this beautiful piece, I presume made with memory wire. It says, hi all made using exclusively JM products, silver suede cord, silver plated rubber ends and silver wire, 0.8 and 0.25. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it at the moment. It's my first attempt at wire wrapping, and with the 0.25, quite difficult in long strands, but I learnt a lot in the completion. Best of luck to all other waffers, and thank you to everyone for the inspiration and opportunity to work with such wonderful materials and develop my skin. And that is from Helena Helena Cox said hello, lovely to see you, Helena. So nice that you send that in, and I can't believe you're not really normally a wire worker, because in the picture anyway it looks very, very neat. 381 is your number. Good luck.
This is number 379, and Margaret, this is beautiful. I don't know what you mean about not doing wire work. This is fabulous. It says, hello, my entry to the Wall of Fame this week are 3 wirework gemstone bangles. All wire and gems are from JM. This week I thought I'd give wire weaving a go. It's not my strongest area of jewellery making, but it's one that I adore. I enjoy watching all the designers do their magic with wire, and hope with enough practice and patience I will be as brilliant as them one day. From Margaret. Margaret, that is such fine weaving. And so neat. I think that's beautiful.
And it takes time to get you weaving that neat. It really does. So well done to you.
That's beautiful.
382 over here for a bit of chainmail. Good morning, ladies. I hope you like this. It's a chainmail necklace with multicoloured quartz rounds and S-hooks. I made the rings using bail making pliers. Heaven sent they are. Everything is from JM. This is my second attempt at the Byzantine. It's a gift for my sister-in-law's birthday. Next assignment is to get my head around the helmed weave. Good luck to everybody. We'll keep fingers crossed. Have fun. And that is kind regards from Indrina. Hang on. Say that to me again. What are you thinking?
Indrani.
Indrani, I hope I said that right. I absolutely adore that piece.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
Only your second attempt as well.
Wow.
You look so professional. Your sister-in-law's going to love that, Indrani. Thank you very much for sending that in. 382.
This is number 380. This is Linda from Derbyshire. Here's my entry to this week's Wall of Fame. It's a mookaite and bracelet Sorry, it's a necklace and bracelet made with mookaite flowers. I used antique bronze findings, but I can't remember what beads I used for the spacers. Everything was from JM. I had problems getting it to hang straight. I think because of the flowers, I ended up using crimp covers and jump rings on either side of the central flower. It's still not hanging straight, so if anyone has any tips on the way to strand it, I would greatly appreciate it. Best wishes to all, from Linda. The problem is, because the hole goes in between one petal and out at the tip of the other, so sometimes it's nice to put a little seed bead in that gap of the petal where it goes through the two petals.
Yeah.
So put a seed bead here, then your bead, and then it will hang straight.
Absolutely. It just needs that extra movement, or that extra pivot point, really. So I hope that helps you.
There you go.
Love this one as well, just showing the chunky chain off. 383 belongs to Jan. Hi, Jan. Hi, here is a necklace made with jade and quartz beers. All except the jade is JM. A necklace was revamped to bring it more up to date. Wishing everyone the best. Keep on crafting, says Jan. Thank you very much for that, Jan. Love that. And it is a revamp. I'm not sure what it looked like before, but it's very up to date, like I said, modern. 383 is your number. Good luck to you. Don't forget, Wall of Fame is drawn today, so not long to find out who our winner is. After the break, not one, not two, but 3 Tanzanites, all under £100. Don't go anywhere.
When shopping with JewelleryMaker, you can add as many items to your order in one day and only pay one postage and packaging charge. We have 2 delivery options. Standard delivery at just £2.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 4 to 6 days. Or opt for our premium delivery at just £4.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 3 to 4 days. Happy shopping with JewelleryMaker. We here at JewelleryMaker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with Faux, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with JewelleryMaker FIFO reviews. Did you know you can purchase incredible jewellery featuring genuine gemstones on our sister channel Gems? Come along and see what treasures you can find.
Okay, today I've been on the wire macrame workshop with Mark Smith. Been an absolutely brilliant day. Found loads of new techniques that I haven't done before with wire and macrame. We've made quite a few different items of jewellery to take away. It's been a real good experience. Great teacher, very patient with us, and we've been having a good laugh. I've done a bit of normal macrame with your satin cords and that, but with the wire it's a totally new aspect for me and I've found it absolutely amazing.
Get creative with Mark Smith with his Craft Fair DVD. Mark guides you through 6 sections of fascinating techniques that sell the best on his very own successful craft fairs. He concludes this DVD by sharing his own tips and hints that make his own stalls very popular. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Vishek has been mining for amber. In fact, let's not call it mining. He's been netting for amber for 43 years. We're standing on the edge of the Baltic Sea. And many years ago, and we're not sure exactly when, but around 25 to 30 million years ago, out here was a huge big forest. Nobody knows exactly what the trees were, what variety of trees that formed the amber. Pliny the Elder had his own ideas. Scientists, gemologists, botanists, all sorts of professions have had their own theories over the years, but just out here is where the amber actually formed. And the day after a storm, if it's been a windy evening, the miners, the gem hunters, they come down very early, some 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, and try and beat everybody else to the few pieces of amber that wash themselves onto the shore.
This is not the time to just be relaxing, thinking, oh my days, it's so hot. All I want to do is sit here with a cold towel on my head, with my feet up, and possibly an iced glass of water. No, this is the time for you to run to your phone lines. This is the time, literally, if it's the only exercise you do today, it's hot enough outside, it's no skin off my nose. Go pick up the phone right now. It's 0800 644 655, and I'll tell you exactly for why. This is, for me, the best ever, and I mean the best ever bargain on Tanzanite I have ever seen. What price point are you expecting for a double strand of nuggets? You know, the nuggets, the ones that the price is always so low on nuggets because essentially we don't have to put that much workmanship, craftsmanship into it. Essentially all we have to do really is get the little chips left over, sometimes from when nice pieces have been faceted, and then kind of strand them on and it's easy peasy. You can get a strand of Tanzanite, you know, what price are we looking at? $19.95, didn't we do one for not so long ago, just before you went on holiday? $19.95 for a double strand of those gemstones, you know, an amazing price point, but at the end of the day, you know, it is your nugget. I'm about to bring you faceted today for less than £50 per strand. Faceted Tanzanite for less than £50 per strand. Look at this strand I've got here. Look at this one in this shape that we hardly ever see. Can you see how it's drilled? It's almost a trapezoid in its shape, isn't it? It's top drilled at this point here, and then you've got that large domed base at the bottom. What's this going to give you that you haven't got in any of your other strands? It's going to give you something unique and something individual and something different, because I tell you what, we do not do shapes like this often at all. It's going to give you something really unique, a really unique aspect to your pieces. All of that for less than £40 per strand. You heard me, less than £40 per strand, because I'm also adding to the situation this one right here, right now. This one that has that beautiful top drill drop shape that we see time and time again, but because it's Tanzanite, what you're getting with this is you're getting that opportunity to look up, down, and into the soul of these gemstones. You're getting that beautiful pleochrysmic look. You're getting, if I'm looking in here, we all know the main colour we're looking for in Tanzanite, don't we? We all know we're looking for that bluish violet, that violetish blue. You're looking for that colour with a bit of a back palette and the hint of those purples, and I have got that in here. I've got that light that have been diffracted within here, so that I am getting these three main colours bursting through me as I turn this in this direction. If you just focus on one, you might be able to see it, you might not, just due to the light, but I'll tell you what I can see. If I'm holding it like this, because of the way that light is diffracted within this, because of the way that this is essentially built up, and because of the essence of the gemstone, I'm getting deep blue that goes to a lighter blue, and then I'm getting this pang of purple just on one of them. I'm getting this triple threat of colour in a lot of these gemstones. In some I'm just getting the two colours, and in some I'm just getting the one purest blue, but I'm getting in that centre one, I'm getting that triple threat of colour, which is spectacular. All of this, ladies and gentlemen, for less than £30 per strand. I told you you needed to get on the phone. This is not a drill at all. I'm also bringing to you, take a little look, I'm also bringing to you this beautiful drop shape. Really stunning drop shapes that we've got in here. Now, the great thing with these ones is look at the amount you're actually getting in this. You're looking at around about 105 carats worth on the strands. And the great thing with this one is, yes, okay, you've not got as many gemstones on the strand as perhaps the strand I showed you before, but that's because of the bulk of these, that's because of the weight per one of these. Each one of these, to me, looks like you're knocking up towards that half carat mark. It may be even over, you know, a carat in vast majority of spaces, in the vast majority of this. You're locking up at over a carat. Over a carat's worth of Tanzanite is astonishing. It's something we don't find that often, let alone anymore at all. I have got all of this for you, that beautiful, heavy, hefty, valuable name, don't forget, if you're getting over a carat of Tanzanite, one of the rarest gemstones in the world, today, for all less than £20 per strand. It's £59.95 for you today on this selection for not one, not two, but 3 strands of one of the rarest gemstones in the world. What you're getting here, realistically, is you're getting a one locational gemstone, which is going smaller and smaller and smaller in essence, because mines are closing down left, right, and centre. Even the biggest companies that invest everything into this gemstone are closing down. They're looking at other gems to kind of take the place of that name, that fame, that notoriety. And that's what you're getting with this. You're getting that name, you're getting Tanzanite, you're getting the notoriety that comes along with that. You're getting the fame and the beauty that comes along with the name of Tanzanite. A pack of 3 for less than £20 each. You're essentially, ladies and gentlemen, today purchasing one of the rarest gemstones in the world. Remember, highlighted as one of the top 10 rarest gemstones in the world, a gemstone in which is vanishing, it is disappearing. You are getting that for realistically, what do we usually see for the price at around a £20 price point? An amethyst. Don't get me wrong, I love amethyst, it's my birthstone, of course I love amethyst, it's, you know, dear to my heart. But do you know what? Amethyst does not demand the name, attention and status of a Tanzanite. It just doesn't. I was going to say 30% of my stock's gone. It's actually 50%, isn't it? 50% of my stock has gone now. 50% has gone. Once this has gone, that has gone. I cannot promise you that we're going to have this again. Now, WB, I hope you don't mind me bringing this up, but you did say something to me very interesting before the show about this, because I did tell you the price point we were going to go to on this collection. Can you remember what you said to me?
No.
You said...
It's a long time ago, that is.
You said to me, I told WB the price, I showed her the collection, she said, oh, they're absolutely beautiful. I told her the price, and WB said to me, I don't understand this. It's getting rarer and rarer and rarer, but our prices seem to be going down.
Yes, why? I don't understand it at all.
No, it's because, one of the main reasons is because as we are growing in name as a company, we're getting more mate rates, we're getting better deals, and as a company we like to be completely transparent. So we're giving you an amazing, amazing price point. We could hike up the price like everywhere, well, a lot of other places are, but we here at JewelleryMaker have decided not to. And that is why you're getting astonishing price points. I can't guarantee this is going to happen and this is going to continue. Of course I can't. Think of it this way. If I was going to bring you cashmere sapphire now, not that I could, no one could pretty much now. Cashmere sapphire, if you're not sure what that is, cashmere sapphire is a type of sapphire that was only mined for 3 years and now it's basically, well, it is wiped out, you know, you can't get it anymore, haven't been able to for quite some time. But say somehow I was able to get my hands on cashmere sapphire and sell it to you here at JewelleryMaker, I mean, you'd be paying thousands. Even at JewelleryMaker prices, I mean thousands and thousands. Once Tanzanite's gone, the exact same thing will happen. It just will. Once a gemstone, you can't get a gemstone anymore. Once you cannot get it for love nor money anymore, you know, you are paying the big bucks realistically. But right here, right now, we've just got great relationships, we've got a great buying team, and we've just been able to get this at a ridiculously fab price, working at less than £20 per strand of Tanzanite. This is going to be one of those days when you, ladies and gentlemen, get this home, when you open up the packet, when your face lights up in bewilderment about how, wow, finally, I haven't had that shape in ages, and oh my gosh, she's right, look at the pleochrysm on that strand, that's amazing. And then look at the carry weight on that one, blimey, those are big pieces. When you see all of those things, when you love all of those things, when you see all of those things, you know what? You are going to truly, truly, truly be as happy as Larry, but also you are going to have gotten yourself a really, really special piece that is going to last and last and last and is going to be loved. I have 24 opportunities left and that is it. It is going, gone. I do have to move on purely because I have got so much to fit in today, but don't forget, I have got some really special pieces for you coming up right here, right now. Are we doing these ones now? Have we? Yeah, I've got the earrings. I've not got the backs. Just to let you know, this is coming up really soon. Well done, everyone who got that Tanzanite. Can I just say, like, I do understand that we've seen quite a bit of Tanzanite, and I think that might be giving people the wrong impression that we're just bringing Tanzanite on and there's loads of it going around. There's simply not. It's one of those things, you know, I'm trying to forewarn you, really, that it is going, gone. Just get it whilst you can, realistically. Get it whilst you can, because it's almost impossible for me to say, isn't it, without being told off. Oh, I see. I've got 2 packs of these. There we go. But yeah, essentially, I know you've seen a lot of it, but it's just because of the way we do things here at JewelleryMaker. We don't hold things back. We give you what we've got. And I'm about to give you this as well. This, Dion, producer Dion, has already been eyeing these up. She's ready to put her order in. Have a little look at what I've got here. Look, 95 earrings. Let me just show you. With the earring cup back that states 925 on it. And then you've got the butterfly back too. And then look, the half drilled earrings. These are the biggest I have seen. Look at them. Absolutely huge. Genuine pearls. Real deal pearls. This isn't your shell pearl, ladies and gentlemen. This is your real deal pearls. Wait for it. 11 to 12 mil. That is luxury, luxury, luxury size to give you a truly luxurious look. These are going to be extremely popular. We had a set on the other day. Was it on Sunday? On Sunday, we had them on Sunday, but they were nowhere near this big. I think they were around about an 8 mil. These are seriously, seriously luxury size. You're looking at 11 to 12 mil. I can't think of a time I've seen that. And these are going to give you some big statement earrings. Producer Helena, who does the mid-show, she's got a pair of show pearl earrings that are, I think they're a little bit smaller than this. They're not 925, they're just your copper back, and they were working out £12 a pair. She wears them every single day. I'm going to do these, which are genuine pearls that are 925 for less than £12 per pair today. So already you know you're getting yourself an absolute bargain. If I can try and show one of these next to my ear, it might be impossible because you know what I'm like with the tweezers. Oh, I'm just rubbish. I need to, go on a course or something. Yeah, you know, the tweezer course. Just to show you the size of those. Look at those. Aren't they gorgeous? They, for me, are just the perfect size. They are big enough statement. They're very, very ladylike, though, aren't they? Sometimes, I don't know if this is just me, sometimes if I have a necklace on, say a pearl necklace on, say I have that on, and then I wear a really, really dainty pair of earrings or even the same size pearls, sometimes I feel like they get a bit lost. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because there's so many en masse here that I feel that these look a bit out of place because they're so delicate. If you had maybe even just an 8 mil round set of pearls, these, to really top it off as a pair of earrings, are going to take it to another level because they are large enough to make that statement. You've got 3 pairs of these here today. Now, would you do me a favour, Dion? Will you have a little bit of a search engine for me for kind of prices of genuine pearl 925 studs? Because I'd love to know what was out there at the moment. You know, it's always interesting to see, isn't it? And let's face it, sometimes, especially on hot days like this where nobody really wants to go outside and get caught up in the crowds of the shopping centre, we don't often go out all that much, or if we do, it's just, you know, to get the essentials. So we maybe aren't stopping and looking around that often. These are 11 to 12 mil. They are your genuine real deal pearls, that beautiful white pearl colour, giving you all of the pearl essence you would expect in a really high-end pearl because of that surface area. In fact, if I hold it like that, I'll be able to show you it even better. You can see some of those pinks there and those greens, can't you? Loads of you coming in for this. Hello all you multi-buyers, how are we all today? You have got, of course, that 95 back, and if I just show you on the 95, it's really easy for you to do it. You don't even have to cut these ones down, just a little bit of glue. little bit of glue on these. You can see it has that little section there where it's just held up really, really beautifully. Dion's just having a little look online, and for genuine, real deal pearl earrings with the 925, she's found some that are around about the £10 mark. Are they this size? Yeah, working out about this size, touching up to this size, but not over this size. Working out about £10.90, £12 she's seeing ones for. So a variety, another one for £12. £18.26 she's just found a price point for. Now remember, none of this is postage packaging, so there'll be postage packaging on the top of this, so this is per pair. Even if I took the base rate one and said £10.90, let's round it up to 11 just because it's easier to work out, isn't it? Say it's £11, add your postage and packaging on in your own mind. I can get these for you today at less than £10 per pair, by a lot. £12.95 for all three of them today. That's not working out £18 per strand. It's not even working out £12 per pair. It's not even working out £10 per pair. It's actually working out about £4.32 per pair. £4.32 for genuine pearls. Genuine pearls, what does that mean? It means you've got the status there, you've got the real deal pearls. This isn't reconstituted shell, this isn't plastic that's been blobbed into a kind of ice cube tray. This is genuine real deal pearl made by Mother Nature, taking about 12 years to make each of these. 12 years to make every single one of these. That is just astonishing. You're getting real deal pearls here today with 925, so it's going to be great for the vast majority of people, even if you've got your delicate sensitive ears. You've got that high grade 925, which means you've got that shine, you've got that stunning effect, you've got that beautiful kind of glow of these, because don't forget you're getting around about 95% of the light that hits these back into the eye, so you're getting that high look glamour. You're getting a big statement earring here, lovely ladies and gentlemen. You are really, really getting something that is eye-catching. You are getting something today that your friends are going to look at, your friends are going to adore, and your friends aren't going to think you've made them. Your friends are going to think you've been to the likes of Coco Chanel, you've been to the likes of Tiffany, who of course work with pearls quite a lot, you've been to the likes of Harry Winston and got yourself a pair of genuine pearl 925 earrings. They're not going to think for a second that you could have made these yourself, but you will have done, because all you need to do is get yourself a little bit of glue. All you need to do is pop a little bit of glue in the back of these, because of course they are half drilled. If I show you that drill hole there, that doesn't go all the way through. You've got the drill hole in there, and essentially you've got that beautiful high-end finish using the same components, more than likely, don't forget, because they will glue them together, and the high names I've just mentioned. Your genuine real deal pearls, they're more likely to work with than they say are the shell pearl. And like I said before about the 925, what is the best glue to use, says Sissy in Oklahoma. Hi Sissy. We use E6000 a lot of the time. The concrete version, the hypo cement is what I'm talking about. Hypo cement is the one that we go for time and time again. Obviously, don't use things like your fabric-y glues. I would go for the super sturdy concrete if I were you, because that will last. And even things like the super strong glues, maybe don't go for those ones. I personally would be using the hypo cement myself. What about you, Debbie B?
Definitely. I'd use the E6000 or a two-part resin glue or something. You need something that's going to set over time.
Yeah.
Because with this, once it's obviously with a glue that's very, very strong, once it's set, and this you want perfectly round.
Yeah.
You don't want to find one pearl earring sitting in the centre of your ear and the other one not, because you'll never wear them again. No. So you need something like E6000 that will take 24 hours to dry, and you've got time to jiggle it around.
Yeah, and that is actually the great thing about these. If I show you at the domed section, you'll be able to see it does rest beautifully flat, because if these were too circular they wouldn't rest flat. You'd basically have to hold them all night, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So it's really important that you're able to see that does just rest. It's not, you know, rolling and rocking and kind of bending to one side. If it were, it would be nigh on impossible for you to kind of rest that finding in. So that is how your finding will go in. Really, really easy peasy to do. Leave it like that overnight. Thank you from Sissy. Very polite, no problem, Sissy, at all to you today. Hope you're having a lovely day. Anybody fancy a little bit of a special deal? We like to call this the, be very quick because I've only got 29, spotlight deal. I have something really special now. I've got the richness and the deepness that realistically I can't think of the last time I've seen. Let me just kind of give it a little bit of a polish up. Honestly, I've got in here a lot of brightness, a lot of richness. I have got one of those rubies that I know my friends, family and loved ones would know instantly that it were a ruby. I've not got a red gemstone that could just be anything else. I have got a genuine, real deal ruby before me, and I tell you what, the richness I have is spectacular. It is that romanticized colour, it is that passionate colour, and it is that regal colour that I would hope for and wish for in a ruby. I've got something special here. I really do. Take a little look. Can you see the workmanship that we've put on this? Can you see how we've delicately decorated this area with those really, really delicate and very precise facets? I've got for you here such an elongated facet nearing the top, nearing the peak, and what we've done there to create this is we've taken the lapidary wheel and we've essentially elongated the movements at this top section, and then as we've done that and we've kind of arched around the dome of this strand, we've made those facets smaller and more intricate and more detailed. And what that means is we are getting this beautiful light interaction that draws our eye down and through and around this gemstone, which really means we are taking the full appreciation from this. When we get this look, we get the richness of colour because we're not distracted by these irregular facets. We have this beautiful brightness. We get intrigued by that tone, and that's exactly what we're looking at here. We haven't got your everyday ruby here. We have got clarity retained within this. We have got that regality of colour, and we have got that workmanship that we could really, really only hope for a couple of years ago, realistically, on JewelleryMaker. We have got it in abundance here for you today, and you know, I'm amazed to say that. This is, of course, the Gems of Distinction strand. It is a very, very high-end, luxurious piece of one of the most loved gems in the world. When we have got ruby like this, we know we've got something special, and I'm going to bring it to you today at a special price point. Let's take a look. Anyone for a mid-week super saver? Spotlight Super Saver, regal, crafted, beautiful, passionate ruby. Just that today. We've taken your money off. We've taken you below that £70 price point today. We're bringing you this stunning, stunning ruby for that amazing price. You have got a strand that's going to last and last and last here. Think how many earrings you're going to make. In fact, it's almost made out in pairs for you, look. Can you see how these are crisscross opposite each other? They've almost been laid out in pairs for you, haven't they? You've got here, even if you just wanted to do yourself an earring strand, do I dare count? I'm so going to. You've got 1 pair, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on, let me put it down. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 pairs of earrings. 30 pairs of earrings I've got here. How much would you pay for a pair of earrings? I mean, realistically, that is astonishing. You have got something to create here. Per one, you're looking at about £1.17. That's it. About £1.17 per one. That is astonishing. And bear in mind for me, it's one of the most regal gemstones in the world. It's got that richness of colour because of the quality. The workmanship is drawing your eye around it, which means all of your friends, all of your loved ones are instantly going to be grabbed there. They're going to know you're wearing ruby. I'm going to know the quality is great, but also the interesting thing about it, I think, is at that price point, for that carat weight and for the amount you're getting, these are working out almost a carat per one. Imagine, do I dare, imagine just one of these on this genuine gold chain. Imagine that. Can you imagine just one of these just dropped from this genuine gold chain? How much would you be paying for that? Well done to you out there who've just treated yourself to that. I want to say Merseyside, Cambridgeshire, Hertfordshire, Hampshire, another Hampshire as well, another Merseyside, strange, Somerset too, London, Manchester, Herefordshire as well. Well done to every single one of you. Just got that ruby. You've got yourself a serious heirloom, and I tell you what, you need to multi-buy on this next guess what? I've never, ever, 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 ever brought pure gold before. Never. Ever. Until today. I've been wearing it all show. It has been so comfortable, I've forgotten I was wearing it. It is your diamond cut, beautiful chain. Real deal gold I've got here for you. This is, ladies and gentlemen, your 9 carat gold. This is not 925 enveloped in gold. This is real deal gold that I've got here for you today. Now, what I am bringing to you here is one of the rarest of all of the precious metals. The situation with gold at the moment, it is not a positive one, realistically. Mines are closing down before they even open. Mines are going bankrupt before they even open. Nowadays, more than of recent years, which means the price of gold is generally increasingly on the rise, steadily. For every ton, now think about that amount, think about a ton, for every ton's worth of rough we are getting out of the ground, we are getting about 1.1 grams worth of this precious metal. Now that's why, just to let you know, I've got less than 100 of this. I've got less than 100, in fact, quite a bit less. Do seriously come and get this whilst you can. Now with this genuine real deal gold chain, if you're thinking we're getting about 1.1 grams worth of the rough out of the ground, okay, from essentially from a ton's worth, we are getting taking a lot of time to get our hands on this, and that ton's worth to process will take hours and hours and hours, and for it to actually be made will take days and days and days. We aren't just plating some 925 here. What you've got here is real deal gold all the way through, and what that means is you've got a higher price point, you've got more notoriety. Some people will love the look of gold and be happy to go for gold plating. Some people want the inherent value. Some people want to know that they own pure gold, and that is exactly what you're getting here. You're getting 9 carats worth of beautiful gold. Your price point today for a 9 carat chain is not. Dion's in the mood, my lovely producer, she's in control of your prices, of taking it down, and she just has £19.95 for a genuine real deal 925 necklace chain I've got here for you. It's diamond cut, so if I show you the cut on this, diamond cut means that you get this amazing light interaction, you really do. Can you see that catwalk of light as I spin it that shines along this? It is just so eye-catching, and there's loads of you now, you're multi-buying all of you. I'm not surprised. It's genuine real deal 9 carat gold that we've got here. You are getting so much quality in here for that price point. But guess what? For the amount of people that have bought this, I've got around about 40-ish left now, and that is it. 40-ish left. So if you want to get your hands on serious high-end, then you can. Hey, Wendy. Hi, I saw a similar chain in my local jewellers at £650. Amazing, says Wendy. Wendy, I hope you didn't buy it. Of course you wouldn't have. Of course you wouldn't have. You're too used to our prices, aren't you? Doesn't it just go and show, though? And someone will see that and think, oh, that's not too bad a price. Or someone might even go in and try and haggle, knock off £50 and think they've got the bargain of the century. But you and I know we can bring you things like 9 carat gold. We don't bring it often, like I said, first time I've ever brought you pure gold in my memory, definitely for a chain anyway, at that price point at £19.95. With gold, you're getting more inherent value, you're getting that beautiful high shine look with that beautiful kind of reflection, but also you're getting that diamond cut look, so you are getting that catwalk of light that's just going to draw your eye down to that beautiful centre pendant. We reduced price point today, under £20 for genuine gold. Don't mind if I do. Well done to you all. Bring in now for you some pearls. Oh, hey up, they're over here. Pearls, lots of pearls. Bright, bold pearls. Golly. Gosh, they're so perfect. I almost had to check they weren't shell. They're not. I can tell they're not by the feel of them. That's amazing. Take a look at what I have here. Oh, I've got some keshi. Pearls, wonderful pearls. Da, 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 da. That's Food, Glorious Food. Food, Glorious Food. She couldn't remember what the song was. Dion's written the name of this. She couldn't remember why she'd named it that. Pearls, wonderful pearls. Round potato and keshi. I have got here for you a sensational selection of your pearls. I really, really do. We've got a massive collection here, haven't we? And all really of this season and all really of this this era. Now, I need to be very careful what I say about pearls because last time I said something I nearly got told off because maybe I played it a little bit too close to the wind. Never. But all I can say is we are getting a different category of pearl, and therefore the price points will vary. If you know what I mean. We are going to be essentially reducing the amount of pearls we bring to you dramatically of this type at some point in the near future. So I would say to you that you are going to be seeing some amazing prices on bundles like this, so get them whilst you can. Realistically, genuinely, really, really do. You have got pearls, wonderful pearls. I've got the really nice kind of yellowy tone to these. Yellowy, great description, Bex. Almost a daisy-like colour that I have here in that pearl, and those ones are your side drilled pearls around about an 8x7. I've also got a mimicking lemon colour in the keshis here, which are up to a 10x8 in their size. Keshi with that beautiful natural form, giving you more chance of that texture to appear, giving you more chance of pearlescence in certain areas. I've got that really nice minty colour. It almost looks like a perfect round. Apparently it is just a mil off, but to my eye it does look like a perfect round. Apparently described as an 8x7. I've then got your peach as well. Now these are drilled at the longest point to give you that lovely kind of almost rice bead look, that real flash that your eye kind of draws down to. It's a great way of acting to almost tell a story within your pieces with those lovely peaches. You have got an 8x6 on these today. A lovely array of your pastel colours, perfect for this season, perfect for all skin tones, perfect for if you're going out and getting a tan as well, because essentially with colours like this, they are going, you know, even if you are going on holiday and you're going to be a little bit paler, a little bit more of an English rose by the beginning, but 2 weeks later you come back a little bit golden bronze, these are going to suit your skin tones all the way through that transition, sorry. Your pearls, wonderful pearls, £35.80 should be your price point today. That is your current price point. That's not even your RRP, that's just what it would be if you bought them on the website right here today. £24.95 is more like it today though. £24.95 per strand. You're getting yourself a real deal there. What do you think of these ones, lovely Debbie B? I know you quite like your pearls.
I do. I love those colours. It's like a butter colour, isn't it, really? Or like a really rich cream sort of colour. I think they're very delicate, and those two colours in particular go really well together. I think it's a lovely combination. And from there, you can add all sorts of colours. You can add your rubies to that. You could add your tanzanites to that. You could add all sorts of shades to that. It just changes the look completely. Depending on what you want. Oh yes, that's beautiful. It's very, very feminine. There's something about there, like am I allowed to say it a name? I don't know, like a Cath Kidston sort of look. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you put a pale pink with that, it would look perfect, wouldn't it? It's just her tones to a T.
You're totally right.
It's just very elegant.
Really
very
is,
English
isn't it?
country garden, you know?
Yes, you're right. It is. It is those tones that we're all seeing at the moment.
Yeah.
And imagine them with this genuine quartz in my favourite cut in the world ever for a stranded strand. If that makes sense. That's coming up for you really shortly. I love that strand. I'm going to do it for less than £45 today. £24.95. Well done, everybody. Multi-buyers on that one as well. Lovely to see you all today. Lots of beautiful colours coming up. Do wait for this one. Honestly, we haven't seen this strand in such a long time. You can even see from there. Can you see the brilliance from there? I've never done that before. I've never ever put something up to my neckline and been able to see the brilliance from the camera in front of me. Yeah, okay, the one that comes at the one that is at the side, but never the one straight in front of me. Can you see the brilliance at home? Oh, that is a bit special. So I'm heading on over to Debbie Bulford. And this is for our third and final kit today. Hello, Debbie Bulford.
Hello, you.
Hello, you. Wowzers. We're doing something different with this one, aren't we?
Yes, because this strand had lots and lots of juicy colours in. But I was also sent the packs of clay that we've had, the Primo and the Souffle clay. So I thought, right, I would add this in. Okay, so I've used some of the gemstones from this wonderful kit, and I've added some of the polymer clay in as well.
So this is a separate selection. We've just got the gemstones in this one. So even if you know you're not going to try out polymer clay today, then you can just get your hands on these gems, and they are really juicy, aren't they?
They are. They're lovely.
Aren't
really lovely.
They are fab. I absolutely adore.
Aren't they fab? I love them. I love them.
I've got so much going on in here for you. Look at the array you've got in here. When you opened this, what was your reaction? Did you think, ooh, or did you think, ooh? Because there's a lot going on in here.
No, I love them. I love those sorts of colours. And it comes to this time of year, I love those sorts of colours because they go with everything. I mean, if Mark was here, he'd have great fun, wouldn't he, separating out all the colours. But I just think they work well together. I think they look fabulous together.
I love all of the different colours and how you've worked it alongside the clay.
Yeah, I just think they go together. I really do think they go together. They complement each other really well.
And because you've got all those colours in your clay, a lot of them are mimicked in the strand, aren't they?
They are, and you can make your gemstones go so much further if you add clay to them. You can get 3 or 4 more pieces out of it if you just add some clay. I have done a couple of pieces just with the gemstones, just the juicy sort of gemstones. I love that.
Yeah.
Little bracelet there, just so all the different juicy colours there. And the necklace as well has just got the gemstones. And you see, I love those sort of necklaces just with the three drops. And I also love them with just one gemstone and lots of chain as a really long tassel. I think it looks fabulous. And you can make loads of those with this strand. I love them. Really
Don't
clear.
forget, if you do want chain was our early bird. I'm not sure if we've got any left. We do, yeah, but I love that idea with that and loads of chain. That'd be fab. The early bird is coming back on your screen. It'll probably come up at the bottom of your screen in a moment. Summer holiday strand is absolutely true. I've got your multicoloured quartz here. These are your large rondelles, working up in the middle to around about 2 centimetres, which is around about 19 centimetres by 14 approximately. But then at the other end of the scale, look. super duper dainty. Super duper dainty ones right at the end there, looking at around about a 4x7. So what's great about having a graduation, Debbie B?
Well, I think because you can use them for different things. One can be a tassel, one can be a really heavy, fabulous wire-wrapped pendant. And then you've got the delicate ones for the earrings, and you can even make a ring out of this. You can do all sorts of things, but it's nice to have the graduation in all the different colours. I think it's fab.
Because I really do have everything. I have a centre pendant, I have centre bracelets, I have cufflinks, because of course you can use these as a button design.
Absolutely,
Can't you?
Absolutely, yes.
Use these as a button design, and by that I mean you don't have to use them that way, you can use them with the top up, so, like a button would be. Yeah, you've got earrings, you've got bracelet, you've got even things like your tie pins you've got in here, haven't
absolutely. You can do everything with these.
You've got it all here. And I've got very similar strand but in a different array of colours. This look, it's a juxtaposition, well no it's not, it is similar to watermelon solar quartz.
Yes, it is.
And
very similar.
Almost your ruby zoisite.
Yes,
with those colours. Isn't it?
Very similar, yes.
With those colours. You've got, with the ruby zoisite tones, you've got that zoisite green and that ruby like red and pink running through it. But what we've also got is you have got those watermelon solar quartz. Remember when we used to do those quite often? We don't do them as much anymore, but the watermelon solar quartz that we used to do quite a lot of, it's got those same colours.
Exactly the same colours. The same, perfectly matched actually.
So
and some of
nice
the colours in here, obviously, pick it up. You've got the purples, you've got the burgundies, you've got the lovely rich greens.
Very
so
true.
Two really good strands together.
Very true. You've got around about 430 carats worth, yeah, in total on each of these strands individually. So a massive amount to work with here. I like how you've used them together as well. You can see in this one you've gone for colours in the middle, and then kind of the ruby zoisite-esque around the outside.
That's right.
Why did you go for that?
I just think the colours in the middle, I wanted to pick out all the colours that are in the clay. And then at the back I've just put the lovely greens and the rich ruby sort of colours to complement the other stones. I just think it works really, really well.
I think it works beautifully. So those two strands. I've then got, again, nice and cooling. So nice against that. Nice. I've got your plain rounds here. Size-wise on the hematite is 4mm in the centre there, and this is a natural colouring. We haven't dyed this at all. You've used these in lots of different ways, on the bracelets and on the necklaces as well. Like how on the necklace with the pendant, you've used it not only as a spacer, but almost as a bail point, as it is
that's
on
right.
the pendant.
On that one, I've just put two little holes through the pendant and just put the beading thread through one side, put a hematite on, then thread it back through the hole.
I see.
That's all the souffle clay that we had on earlier. That's all the different colours.
Really nice, vibrant tones, aren't they? Really fab. So you can use these in lots of different ways as spacers as well. I then have got, of course, a findings pack in here because we haven't had any findings on yet today. So great to bring you the findings when we can. You get things like, including but not limited to, your round ball head pin, your diamond head pin, your meters length of chain as well, and you also get things like your toggle clasp in here too, with that beautiful gizmo detail. But actually everything you get is on your screen currently, so you can see everything you're going to be getting in here on that findings pack, and you're also going to be getting our essential threading material pack as well. So I've got the beading threads in here, which is what Debbie B used on that souffle clay piece. I've also got in here your monofilament, which is super duper strong and sturdy, and I've got the elastic as well, which is what I've got on the bracelet here. It's also what you've used with some of your pieces as well, isn't it? Is it? Is it on this one? Yeah, it is.
Yes, and on this one.
And on this one as well. So we've got your summer holiday selection. So much for you in here, your price point.
Gosh. That's really good. I've got quite a lot left over actually.
What is that price about? Are you serious?
Wow.
What are you talking about? Wait, listen. You could not purchase a collection like this in glass for that price. You just couldn't. No shadow of a doubt there whatsoever. show you that collection, this entire collection over here. Don't forget I've got this one too, and I've got all of these. You couldn't buy this collection in glass for that price, and I bet you had some left over as well.
I did actually, yes, I had quite a few pieces left over. But I just wanted to show the different ways. I mean, I had this as a separate kit and then was sent some clay. So that just shows you the little tiny ones in between. That's a couple of red ones at the other side of the butterfly. Then you've got all different colours in that bracelet. That is purely the beautiful gemstones. And I just wanted to show you how you could use them alongside of the primo clay, alongside the souffle clay, and see how the colours go, because your gemstones do go with the polymer clay. But my goodness, do they go far?
Yeah, I bet you.
They really do go far.
I'm serious about the fact that we're just bringing to you 3 strands of genuine gemstones, real deal genuine gemstones, an entire findings packs, which even at the lowest price point I've ever seen is still working out about £8. It's $7.95, the lowest usually would ever take a findings pack to, so £8. So then on top of that £8, you know, you've got the threading pack. Let's be really ridiculous and say this will only cost you £2. So £8, £9, £10. I'm already up to £10. Meaning that 3 strands of genuine gemstones working out about £2 each.
It's silly.
That is sensationally silly. But I tell you what, you need to check out on this, because the only reason, can I be completely honest with you if I may, the only reason we've put that price up for you, because it's so hot outside. It's so warm outside. We want you all to stay in with us. We don't want you all to go and frazzle and melt in the sun. We want you all to treat yourself today for £16.95. We want you to join in with us, stay with us, get involved with us today, treat yourself to these astonishing, astonishing strands at that price point. It is amazing, but I tell you what, that is a naughty price point. That is so naughty. I can't think of a time that I've ever seen a kit lower than 17. Have I seen one at £17.95? Maybe. £16.95? No, not from my memory at least. So you've got to come in and get this whilst you can. Even just a stash top up, this is an essential. It really is. Go on, Debbie, what you can say?
Sorry, I was going to say this one in particular, it's sort of floral dresses in with all sorts of colours in. I would just put a clasp on that, you know.
Yeah.
You could quite easily just either leave it like that and just put a clasp on, or just restrand it and knot it, or just put a little bead in between. You've got a necklace done. I mean, there's no work there to sell that for like £25–30, if not more. You've got your money back just doing nothing.
Yeah. And what I will say is that's crossing over at the back as well, because I don't want to hit my microphone, but that would go, I'm crossing that over by probably about 10 gemstones, so you're getting plenty on there. 50 opportunities, over half of my stock has gone on this, because at £16.95 you're getting yourself a stash topper upper at an astonishing price point. So no quibbles, just get on the phone whilst you can, because this is about to jump out. Demo, what are we doing today?
Do you want me to do something from here, or do you want me to do something with the texture sheets, or...
Texture sheets, says my lovely director. No, you're a producer.
If I can pinch your texture sheets,
no
problem.
Would you like a brand new one?
I think I probably would.
Would you like a brand new texture sheet?
That'd be a nice idea. Yes.
Are they both brand new,
clay ready for the textures, which is
no, I've had that one
something
before.
That you need. You have got that one? Have you had that one? I know one of the names, but I don't know the others.
Well, Tuesday, I've had this one before.
But
I've had this one. I've never had swirlsies.
No, I've never.
Swirlies.
No, I've never had that one before.
Brand new textured sheet coming up today. Yep. Which one do you want? That one?
I really don't mind. I'll do whichever one you want. Okay. Right. So for those of you who are watching who are new to this, when you do your texture sheets, you normally have to have your clay at a double thickness. That's because when you make your wonderful impressions, you're pushing through one thickness, if that makes sense. So you're flattening the clay.
I see what you're
saying.
So
if you have it more than or less than a couple of thicknesses of clay, you're not going to get a very good impression, because you'll just push right the way through it.
And in particular with this one, this is a brand spanking new one that we've got there for you. And this one, I know we've seen the Watusi. I've brought this one to you a couple of times, the Watusi one.
Yeah.
This one is brand new, and this one has got a deeper imprint into it, so very important with this.
That's a Christy Friesen one. Christy Friesen does a lot with
this is a different brand
Redican
to the ones that we're used to, so I'm going to give you
right.
a great price on this. This isn't your usual Helen Braille that we're bringing you. We're doing you an amazing price on this one today.
Christy Friesen tends to do things with a lot of textures and paints and things, so she likes things quite deep.
It is, yeah.
I haven't seen this one before, so this has been quite interesting to do.
Brand new.
Right, let's try that great big swirl. That would look rather good, wouldn't it?
I like that piece, yeah.
Yeah. So there are various ways of adding texture. You can either do what I'm doing, which is pushing down into the clay, or you can put the clay on top and push the clay into the pattern, or you can use a roller, acrylic roller, to put over the top, or you can put it on the floor and stand on it. You can do whatever you want to do,
okay.
as long as you have a good
Not onto
impression.
carpet.
Just no. Just be careful if you do use an acrylic roller, because if you do roll it, sometimes it moves and you got shadowing.
I see what you mean.
Okay. So, just need to push that in really firmly. Take that out. Oh, wow, that's fab.
Wowzers.
If I just lift that up a minute. Can you see how deep
that
impression is?
So, wow.
Look at that is fab. Now, I like to leave that just black on black. I think it looks really nice. Just like you can add mica powder if you want to, or glitters if you wanted to. And then I'm going to use one of the Fat Daddy-O cutters, which is a slightly different shape, to cut that out. And you've got your teardrop, your lovely teardrop pendant.
Wow! Look at how deep that impression is. That is amazing. This is the swirly stamper that I've got here for you, and you used this section here. Didn't you?
Yes, that's
so
it
it's
there.
just this section here that Debbie B's just used on this design, just this little section. I know this is one stamper, but if you look, it's almost like, designs-wise, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different designs really on this, haven't you?
Yes, Christy's quite good at doing things that are reversed. Can you see the little ones at the side?
Yeah, the handed ones.
Yes, so you can put the left and the right hand side for earrings and things like that, and charms. So it's a good idea. So
it is really an amazing one. I better get your pricing just before we carry on with this. 6 different designs, £7.95. This
really
is one of the deepest, crispest stamps I have to say I've seen. It's giving you a really gorgeous look. Don't forget, it's not just about using it with polymer. You can use this as a paper crafter. You can use this with things like your metals and your colours even, can't you?
And your resins.
And your resins,
actually,
absolutely.
it's so deep, you could probably fill that with resin. If you put a bezel around it, that would be really pretty.
Oh my gosh, that would
really
be gorgeous.
pretty.
Bake it and then put your resin inside it.
Really lovely.
Oh, that would just look beautiful.
That would look really
I
nice.
can't believe the amount of people who are coming in for this, unsurprisingly, brand spanking new stamper for you here today. It is just £7.95, and that's not the price of our stamps usually.
No, it's not indeed. Not indeed, no. That's really good value. And also, if you teach, of course, you can cut every section apart if you wanted to make little stamps.
Good tip. You can, of course, absolutely cut the individual bits off. If you bought the indigo blue, or you have any of the, for example, gilding flakes that we've had on, these are perfect for that as well.
Sir.
Absolutely perfect for that. Debbie, could you use permanent ink with the stamps and clay? Ask Pauline.
Yes, you can. I'll be careful of using it on your texture sheets, because sometimes they can stick, and then when it gets old it cracks and you get colours into your clay. But yes, you can. If you like something like a Zentangle, where you actually do your doodling on clay, you can bake your clay first, and then you can draw onto clay and do your Zentangle pieces like a pendant.
Love that.
It's really lovely.
Names have gone off my screen on this. You've got to be quick. Wow, love these texture sheets. Debbie, can you
mix Kato
mix
with Sculpey?
Kato with Sculpey? Only just tuned in, so not sure if the DVD is a new one of yours. The DVD is a new one.
It's a remake of the basics, but with a few more bits and pieces on there than the basics, if you know what I mean, because I learn as I go along, so I've just added some more knowledge onto it. No, you can't mix Kato with Sculpey. Well, you can, but I don't think it would work, because Kato is baked at a higher temperature than Sculpey, which means if you baked it and used a pale colour, Sculpey could scorch and it would just ruin your design. I would keep them separate. Kato is a completely different texture as well when it's baked, so I'd keep them separate.
Fantastic. So I hope that helped you, Lorraine. Thank you for your message. Feel free to keep those messages coming in. Any questions you might have at all. Brand spanking new swirlies here for you, and as you can see, great look to that.
Oh yeah, absolutely
Really fab.
fabulous. And I think we have the teardrop set of cutters somewhere. Yes. So the shape of this is useful for making something like that, because then you can just fold the top over and make that into your bail. Okay, so you can do that and then just fold the top over and you've got a ready-made bail if you do that sort of shape.
Zentangle is a designer way of you working with your polymer, essentially, isn't it? Do your Zentangle on baking powder or tracing paper, permanent markers, and place face down on clay. Bake as usual. It works, says Martha.
It does, because then it comes up onto the clay.
So in the reverse almost.
It really does work. Yeah, a lot of people use that. I mean, Zentangle very, very kindly let me use their name when we did the NEC. And it really is doodling on clay, but it's so popular now. You get books, adult doodle books and painting books and what have you, and it's lovely to do. And yes, you can bake your clay and do your own designs, which I think is fab.
Absolutely. So get your hands on that whilst you can. I have got your Watusi as well here for you, which is, has it been on air for a while, is it not? Hasn't been on air since August by itself, apparently. So we've got it here for you, just it itself alone. You've got some lovely designs in this. It's £8.95 for essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, different designs. Dion says, actually, do you know what? Let's just match the price. Why not? Let's just match it. First time ever, £7.95 for you. Let's just match the price. Hey, why not? This is a really, really nice one. You've got this almost vertebrae axis in the centre, which has got a bit of a almost fossilised look to it. You've got this one, which I always think looks a little bit like a dandelion, you know, once your dandelion, all the yellow goes and leaves you that skeleton. Really beautiful. You've got fern-like looks, you've got these bubble looks in here as well, and you've got all of this really nice kind of almost geometric spanning out look on that one. So it's quite industrial. £7.95, never been that low in price before. Make sure you're checking out your baskets for me, please, on those whilst you can do, just because we need to know essentially how many we've got left so I can give you a heads up. Textured sheet, and it's never been that low for you in price before. And I've also got your teardrops here, which we have seen Debbie Bulford use just then and there. You're going from a really delicate teardrop to a really large. I bet you use these ones quite a bit as well, don't you?
Yeah, I do actually, yeah.
Why?
Because of the ease of use, you can use it for the centre of your pendant. You don't have to have a round pendant and you want to put a bail, piece of cord through. Don't just use a round cutter. You can use these lovely teardrops and the cord sits nicely in the point. Both of them are useful. Even the large one, you can do a fabulous pendant and then fold over the top or fold it forward. You can put glitter or foil on the back, do your design and fold it forward, and you get this wonderful point at the front. You just have a look at Helen Braille's website and you will be inspired within seconds. Her designs are fabulous, and she uses these cutters a lot, these sorts of shapes, and then you'll see what you can do with your polymer clay. It's fab.
Fab, love that idea. And like you say, they would work great with glitters, which I do have coming up for you. These teardrop nylon cutters, again, they have no seam on them, do they? Which is important.
Very important. You want them nice and sharp, you want no seam, so you don't get any sort of mark going around your designs. They're just perfect. I don't use anything else now.
Nothing at all, just these ones.
Just those, nothing else at all.
You can, of course, fold them, you can use them together, you can use them to almost make heart shapes, actually.
Yes, you could, actually, yes, you could. Very much so.
Use them to make heart shapes, use them upside down petals, perfect for petals, of course. Price point for all 8 of them. £14.95 for that big collection there of your teardrop or petal shaped cutters for you today. Just to let you know, we haven't got that many of these. I would get them whilst you can, just because things like this going, gone realistically. Again, you can bake with them, you can work with them. Good afternoon, ladies. Loving the show as always. Looks like it's time to start to spin, says Sarah. Oh, why not, Sarah? Do you know what? Sarah, Flirt, morning, gorgeous ladies, just tuned in. What time are you calling this, pal? Fleur just tuned in and got these. They will be perfect for me to use as stencils. Love that idea, Fleur.
Yeah, they're good.
Great plan. What are you stenciling, Fleur? Good idea. Perfect for that. And good time to buy, Fleur. Trust me on that one. Good time to buy. And Fleur, you know how much you love your high-end gemstones? Yeah, you missed out on a new trio collection earlier on. Tanzanite. All cut, all faceted, all drops. Stunning different shapes. Worked out less than £20 a strand. Just saying. I've got for you here now glitter thumb. Now, talk to us about why using glitter with your polymer is so great. We did a demo on it before, of course.
We did. This is not like child's glitter. This is ultra fine glitter.
It is indeed.
So when you put it on your clay, it will not go anywhere. I would recommend you to varnish something like a bracelet that you're going to be using, because the glitter might come off. I'll put them into the colours. Don't worry, I know which ones. Don't worry, Becky. Becky, I know which colours they go around. Don't worry.
Sure, you don't.
Yes,
How do you know that?
I've got them over here.
Okay. That's how many we've got coming up today.
Yes. But yes, they're fabulous to work with. They don't move off the clay, and they are the most sparkly, fabulous glitters you'll ever use.
So I've got my fuchsia, my turquoise, I've got my purple, I've got the red, and I've got this beautiful kind of, oh, hang on, lighter bluey green tone as well. Look at those. Glitter rainbow collection. Now, if I show you one of them, I always get told off for doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. There we go. I'll try not to spill today. Can you see how super duper fine that is? That is so fine that you're not going to have any issues with it.
No.
Some of our colours, it's quite interesting fact to know, our glitter and some of the colours are completely and absolutely unique to us, and also with these ones it is so super duper fine, but it's zero static. So that means, like we say, you know, you don't get the stickiness, but also you can actually wash these. Stick them onto fabric, wash them, and the colour's not going to drain off, and the you know, it's not going to wilt or fade. It is designed for kind of all of your desires, really. Your glitter rainbow collection, I need to get my hands on more glitter today.
You're rude not to, really.
£11.95, and it lasts and lasts and lasts. You only use a tiny bit of this to get you really in the mood. You only use a tiny bit, and it goes on and on and on. And it is specifically designed for your crafting. Like we said, it's not just, you know, your kids' glitter at all. Great for things like your nail art as well, actually.
Oh yeah, fabulous.
Just do yourself a little line of, you know, your clear glue, bit of a sprinkle.
Yeah, perfect.
Sorted, done and dusted.
Mm-hmm.
What? There is a bit of blue in it, you're right, Dion. Right, £9.95. I've got to get my hands on this today. I need this in my life. Glitter Rainbow Collection, £9.95. I can see you've got a piece of polymer there, Debbie Bulford.
I have indeed.
What are we going to do on that?
I don't mind. Do you want to do some of the others?
Can we do a couple of colours on it?
We can.
Can we?
We can.
Let's put a bit of blue on it to make Dion happy, eh?
Okay,
I've also got some metallics here as well, actually, so I might just show you the metallics. Now, can you see how much Debbie Bulford's put on there? It's a tiny amount, isn't it, really?
Oh, tiny. And then when you rub this with your finger, when you rub it, keep moving it, it covers a huge piece of clay.
That covers a huge area, doesn't it?
It does.
Absolutely huge.
Once it's in, it then won't come off.
Look at that. And you bake it like that, don't you?
Yes,
Look
you do.
at that. Oh.
Isn't that fab?
That is just sensational, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Isn't it amazing?
Beautiful.
I've also got the holographic look as well. I'll let you pick out of them too.
Well, I was going to pick the copper only because I've never ever seen copper glitter before.
Like that one.
And because we have a lot of copper wire, and we have a lot of like rose
This
gold.
copper's coming up on the screen piece that you've got.
Oh. We have a lot of copper wire, and that's the same colour as our copper wire. So you could do, look at that. The colour is more intense if you put the same colour polymer clay underneath. But I love that.
Fab, that,
I was
isn't it?
really excited when I saw that copper.
You've got the copper, I've got the black, I've got the holographic black, I've got the holographic white, the gold and the silver. Your price point should be £16.20 for these ones. It's £9.95. Should have been £16.20.
It's ridiculous because these go on forever and ever and ever. They last such a long time. They really do. If I was getting ready my Christmas craft fairs now, this would be a really top of my list to buy.
Absolutely, £9.95. Come in and get them. I love Joanna then.
those.
Whoa! Brilliant texting. Someone did send another text in about, can you stamp them afterwards?
Yes, you can. You push into texture sheets, yes, no problem. You can stamp them. Or one thing I like to do, which I've done here on this pendant, is push your texture sheet into your clay, put glitter on top, and then put sellotape over the top, and you just leave the glitter in the bottom.
Oh, that's clever.
Or, I know these don't really go together, or you can put glitter onto clay and then take your sellotape and rip it off, and you've got half-covered beads.
Fantastic.
See?
I see. You see? Fab. £9.95. Absolute bargain. Now, it's time to find out who's a winner in the Wall of Fame. Here's the final instalment today of our Wall of Fame, and the winner is about to be picked too.
Okay, this is number 384. Hi all at JM, here's my week's entry to the Wall of Fame clay necklace. Oh yes, this lady, Jean, made this with the leftover scrap from some of her designs she did on the workshop. Brilliant. 2 weeks ago. Here's hoping for a win from Jean in Newcastle. Hello, Jean.
Hey, Jean. Fab that you've made that out of scraps.
Yeah, I know.
Brilliant.
Amazing.
This is gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
Wowzers. 387 I've got here. It says, silver and black chainmail necklace. The jump rings are made from Mom Mill silver and black wire on a number 9 knitting needle as a double clasp. I do like the way it sits. Love to all, and that is from Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie, gorgeous bit of chainmail there. And I love that you've made your own jump rings with that as well. That looks so high-end and classy. Great for women and men.
Oh, yeah.
387's your
Beautiful.
number.
This is number 385. Good morning from the US, it says. I'm attaching my first attempt at the Tree of Life pendant that Laura Binding has been encouraging me to do. I think it was good for my first try. This design was done using a collection of gems from one of my treasure bags. It also includes a section of Viking knit done with 2.25 silver plated wire. So of course everything is from JM, including the great inspiration from the presenters and guest designers. Until I found your website and took a chance on placing the first order, I never dreamed I'd be able to make jewellery with rubies, emeralds, sapphires and tanzanite, and who knows, maybe diamonds are next. Thank you so much for your beautiful gems, great value and wonderful service, and good luck to all in the draw. From Genia in Oregon. That is fabulous. Well
what a
done.
lovely email. And well done to you for getting involved. And I know exactly what you mean about finding sapphires and emeralds. It's amazing, isn't it? It is. Love that. And for your first Tree of Life, tell you what, mine did not look like that. I'm at all. 388 I have here from Julia. Hi Julia, says, hi guys, hope you're enjoying the weather. We are. It's a bit hot though. Says, this week's entry has been again inspired by spellbinding Laura Binding. I didn't use the sterling silver wire as I like to make first and then decide. Seems to have a built stash up of labradorite from JM now. Not totally happy with it yet. Need a win so I can book onto Laura's workshops. Fingers and toes crossed. Has anyone ever noticed the silver wire on the spool is not a white silver as the ones that don't? Good luck to everyone, and that is from Julia. I personally have never noticed myself, if I'm honest.
I'm not a wire worker, so no, I haven't. Perhaps
never noticed. Thank you very much for that, Julia. I think very, very neat. And if you do love Spelby, it's in the building right now. 388 is your number.
This is 386. It says, hi everyone, this is my latest entry. I hope you like it. It's a pair of labradorite earrings on 925 sterling silver findings, all made with JewelleryMaker's items. I hope I can win, but if not, I just love making with the bargains you get off JewelleryMaker. Good luck to everybody else from Chris.
Thank you very much for those, Chris. Chris, they are so professional looking.
They're lovely, aren't they?
Aren't
Nice
they?
shine to that. It's beautiful.
Right. I'll do runner-up.
Go on then.
Okay. So runner-up, just to let you know, you will be getting yourself a £50 voucher accredited to your account. Your number, up. It's my lucky number. 270 is your number. 270. That number belongs to Felicity. Felicity Hancock, you have won £50 accredited to your account. Well done to you, Felicity.
And next one.
Next up.
Okay, the winner is 328.
328. That number belongs to Sue Campbell. Sue Campbell, well done to you, Sue. £100.
Lucky thing.
Go into your account, you lucky thing. Hey up, Sue and Felicity and everybody else, don't worry. I've got some things for you to treat yourself to today. I've got lots more coming up for you. Thank you for all your walls of fame. Do keep coming and sending them in. I have got, after the break, a real treat. My favourite cut in the world ever seen on a strand, and it's yours today for less than £45. Honestly, don't go anywhere. It's been far too long since we've seen the concave cut. I'll see you in a bit.
Today's course has been really good. I've been on the micro macrame course with Deborah, and we've been doing quite a lot of knotting techniques and bringing them together to make a little small owl. And then we're currently working on a freeform necklace or bracelet, which is really good because there's no rules. It's been a really, really good day. You get an awful lot from it, just in terms of being able to use your own imagination to transfer it into the piece that you're making, and it's just been a really good day, yeah.
You don't need another love song. I'm gonna write it just the same. The years have changed us since they've come and gone. There are some things that remain. I see the changes in the mirror from who I was so long ago, and all the things you've always wanted. Well, I'm still working on those, but for now I'm content just following our dreams. You and me, just you and me.
The Burning Heart of Oregon is now available to you in this stunning new collection, American Fire Opal, the finest discovery.
Join our guest designer Mark Smith on his Makes for Men DVD. You'll experience many different techniques specifically designed for creating men's jewellery. This DVD will cover how to make a slip knot, railroad bracelet, metal with leather techniques, cufflinks, a wraparound bracelet and a ball chain bracelet. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker. Have you ever thought about making your jewellery making hobby into a business? Come and join our experienced jewellery maker and small business trainer, Angela Edwards, on a fun and relaxed day of tuition into the Jewellery Making Business Academy. Angela will teach you the basic business skills, including how to create a business plan, how to access current and potential customers. Angela will inform you how you should price your products to appeal to your customers and how to make it easier for you to sell to the right people at the right price. She will also teach you on how to use social networking to your advantage and gain a key knowledge on legal requirements and insurances. For more information, please contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Come and join JewelleryMaker on Facebook and get involved with over 50,000 people who have liked us. You'll get up-to-date information about our channel from the latest images of designs by our fantastic guests, gossip on what is coming up in the shows and the newest information on our workshops. You can get in contact with jewellery makers all over the world and get some fantastic hints and tips. Simply search JewelleryMaker in the search box or go to facebook.com/JewelleryMaker UK and you're there. You don't even need to have a Facebook account. We can't wait to see you there. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
I see gemstones every single working day. I even see gemstones on my days off because I love to find out about gemstones. They really, really interest me. So I'll even be looking about them, thinking about them, kind of, you know, researching them on my days off. Even with all of that research, I can still absolutely, hands down, say that this is my favourite cut for any stranded gemstone that I have seen. It is the concave cut and it is the most exquisite cut in the world. This isn't even created by lapidarists, which I always think is hilarious. This isn't created by lapidarists. You know lapidarists, the gemstone cutters. This is not created by them. This is created by people who have trained for 5, 10, 15, sometimes 20 years as a lapidarist, and then they become a concave artist. Once you learn and you get to such a high status that you can work with such kind of directness and pointness, you can train to become a concave artist. Now, the concave artists are the people who can create this cut, and this is really interesting. Once you become a concave artist, so bearing in mind, once you've been a lapidarist, you've been doing the emerald cut, the baguette cut, you've been doing the princess cut, all of these different cuts every single day on different strands, on different pieces. Once you become a concave artist, which you don't have to become, you can choose to become, in a usual warehouse, in like a workshop. Say you have, 40 different lapidarists there, you would be lucky to have just one concave artist. In some areas where you might have 100 or 200 people in a workshop there, you might have 3 concave artists in that entire place. Once you are a concave artist, you cannot create any other cut again. Once you have gotten to that point of skill, you cannot create any other cut again. Think of it like, think of it in the football world. You're working up to that kind of, the Premiership, playing for England or whatever it might be. Once you are at that pinnacle point, you have to be very, very careful in what you're doing, and that's how they believe a concave artist is created. So they work and work and work to become a concave artist, and what they will do is they will create the concave cut every single day. They are not allowed to do an emerald cut in the morning, do a baguette cut in the afternoon, and then just work on their concave cut. Their skill is so skilled, their skill is so honed that realistically they can only really create this in many of the houses. Why do we go to that work and effort and time of getting all of these highly skilled people? What do we do? Well, it brings to you this amazing evenness. In fact, I have a list here of exactly what the concave cut brings to you. Take a little look at this. The concave cut is bringing you every single one of these attributes. Let me just pick out a few of them that are most important to me. It promotes evenness of brilliance. Brilliance, the life of a gemstone, the heart of a gemstone. It brings you evenness, and it absolutely does. If I'm leaving my hand like this as I move it around, look how that life of the gemstone travels along the whole inside of the gem. Can you see it? It's not breaking off, it's not stopping, it's traveling as the light moves internally with it. Look at those spiral bursts of brilliance. That's what it's giving you. It's giving you that. It's also giving you the appearance of having more facets than are actually there as well. So it actually looks like there's so much more extra detail gone into it, and I can show you that easily if you're looking at just one. You know, if you look at the amount of facets as I move this, can you almost see how more of these facets seems to appear? In fact, a good way of seeing it is looking down the middle. You can see the amount of facets there actually are in the middle, but look around the outside. Now it looks like there could be thousands of facets on that, doesn't there? That's the kind of look it gives you. It gives you that impression. It also makes the gemstone itself look even bigger. Now don't get me wrong, these are chunky, these are big. These are up to a 19 by 16 that we've got on here. So I mean, these are a serious size. I would suggest to you the end two to be a ring, and all of the rest of them I would suggest as a pendant, because that's what it is absolutely shouting out for you to do. And it dramatically gets rid of extinction as well. That's another thing this cut does, and that is so important. What is extinction? Okay, let me show you. Let me hold this gemstone out for you. If I hold it like this. So when we're looking at the gemstone, this is the table section here, and what happens with the table, which is that area here, what happens with the table is the light enters, and what's meant to happen in a lot of gemstones is the light meant to enter, it pings off a facet, and then it exits. And sometimes, if it's cut incorrectly, the light will leak out of the bottom, and that's known as extinction. With concave cut, though, because of those facets, because all of those facets aren't flat, they're all bent, they're all concave, what actually happens is the light enters and it stays inside the gem for longer, essentially. It's almost like a pinball effect, because light can very easily go in and out of this, ping, ping, but because it's concave, because it's got that arch to it, finds it much harder. So the light gets staying in there for much, much longer. In a sense, it goes almost like a pinball machine over all of these different sides, and it gives you more light. You have got the brightest, lightest, most brilliant cut that you could hope for, really. You have got something that gives you the look of thousands and thousands of facets that takes years and years for our concave artists to create. You have got big, bold size, and all of that for this price is genuinely amazing. If you're imagining the amount of work that goes into every single one of these, you know how we say that from kind of the process from kind of cobbing and stranding and all of that to make a perfect round, how long does that meant to take on average to create a plain perfect round? Around about 8 minutes, isn't it? It's around about 8 minutes to create a perfect round from kind of the cobbing process to the stranding process. About 8 minutes all in all. Each one of these, not 8 minutes to create, about 45 minutes to an hour. Every single one of these will take to create that look. Think about the work, time and effort and care and love that's gone into creating this. It is absolutely phenomenal. This to me is what a gemstone looks like. This to me is what I would, before I joined here and before I knew about all these different shapes and the different looks, if someone said to me, draw a gemstone, this is what I would draw. I would draw something that looked exactly like this. Imagine that as a ring. Imagine Sharon. Wow, amazing price. So a faux quartz statement necklace in a high street shop yesterday, it was £35. Beautiful strand, so tempting, says Sharon. Sharon, genuinely treat yourself to it today, and I'll tell you for why. This is real deal, genuine, real deal, genuine quartz. This is the honest, real deal thing. This isn't your Plaxis, this isn't your plastic, this isn't that well-known name that obviously I'm not allowed to say, which is essentially a lot of sand and added to glass to give a look of this. This is the real deal quartz, so get it whilst you can. I can't resist a concave cut. Got mine to add to the collection. Mwah chicka wow wow. Winky face, says Suze. Love that, Suze, so much. Let me just show you. This is a neckline piece, may I? This is the largest concave cut I think I've seen ever. I've got to get my hands on this strand. Oh, I need to get my hands on that glitter and this strand today then. £24.95 is the reduced price for you today. Well done everyone, whilst you can. Nice one Polly in Cheshire, nice one Natalia, and all the rest of you. It's lovely to see you all. I can't believe that, it's a stunner of a strand. I'm bringing to you now, oh sorry, didn't mean to drop that. All the way over here. Oh, 20. Oh, here's me making up numbers. Shell, 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 shell. Oh my gosh! Ow! Whoa! How many of these strands have we got in here? Wow! 10 strands. 10 strands of shell, right, come on in, get it whilst you can. Are you ready? Is the sun out? Are you absolutely baking hot? Are you feeling like, oh, do you know what, it's too hot out there today, I just need to put my feet in a pool or something? Well, you absolutely don't have to. Do you know what, open the curtain, get your washing up bowl, put a bit of water in, dunk your feet in, you may as well be on holiday. There you are, happy, sorted for the rest of the afternoon to stick here at JewelleryMaker to get your hands on this amazing shell bonanza to add a little bit of those summer tones. I have got for you cocktail tones running through here, and I've got for you all of those beautiful different kind of berry tones in here. I've got those field tones. I've got the seaside tones in here as well, and perfect for the seaside because they are shell pearl that I've got here for you. You have got shell pearl and you've got shell. So with the shell, you're getting that beautiful, if you can see it there, yeah, you can catch in your eye, isn't it? You can see that beautiful sheen. You can see that gorgeous shine. You can see that kind of pearlescence almost underneath the surface of these, giving you that wonderful sheen. Shell bonanza, right? Dion sounds nervous. Producer Dion sounds really, really nervous. She is. This is not going to be your price today. £3 each. Absolute bargain. Why is that not your price today? Because we're just changing it up, Dion says. Under £2 per strand, ladies and gentlemen. That is a naughty, naughty, naughty price point. Dion, that is such an amazing price point she's just given to us right here, right now. Dion is just saying to you, hey, do you know what? She's getting ready to go and get herself out in the sun this afternoon. She is getting ready. She's feeling that midweek holiday flavour, and we are passing it on to you today. £19.95 for all of these. I'm just amazed by that. That is just astonishing. What would you be doing with these, WB, please?
If I was doing a stall, I would do nothing but just make loads and loads and loads of stretchy bracelets and do like the one you're wearing, either as a necklace or as bracelets, because they will sell time and time again. Because you could do it almost like a cuff, like you've got it on your hand. You could then layer them up and do what you want to do. But the thing I like about these bundles is it gives you a chance to play with different designs, because you've got so many. You can cut it apart and do it again, but you can do multi-strands, you can do weaves, you can do all sorts of things. Just gives you the opportunity to have a go.
Yeah, absolutely. To give you a go, to give you a bit of a chance.
Yeah.
Love that. To just give you a bit of an opportunity, realistically. You've got to check out those baskets. This price point is an absolute shocker. It's a scorcher out there today, and at this price, it's a scorcher in here as well. £19.95. How much would you be doing a stretchy bracelet for, WB?
Oh gosh, it depends where you sell them. If you sell them at a school fete, you can probably not charge more than sort of £6 or £7. But if you were going to do them with a little charm on the front and sell them somewhere else, £10, £12?
Yeah, absolutely. £10, £12. I can get 2 bracelets out of each, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20 bracelets. Working out, let's be fair and do mates rates, £5 a pop. You have got £100 worth here.
Easily.
At £19.95 for you today. That is just astonishing. It really, really is. Caribbean Breeze is right at working out. Hey, do you know what? You know, we were talking about the youngsters being on the holidays and finish off their exams and everything else soon, ready for that 6 weeks of fun and entertainment that you have to plan. You know what I mean? Yeah, how perfect are these for it? I mean, come on, you've got tones for the girls, tones for the boys, you've got tones for the 8-year-olds, tones for the 18-year-olds even in here, haven't you? So, you know, do keep everybody entertained for that price point. It's just astonishing. Lots of you holding on the lines, lots of you, but stay where you are because I've got to move on for you today. Bringing to you your heart charm bracelet right now as well, which would go great with those ones, because imagine a few of those dangled from this lovely chain. This would be fab, wouldn't it? I've got for you here your heart shape selection in the silver. Look at these ones, aren't they just magnificent? I've got a length of your chain here, which for me would easily do me, you know, 2 bracelets, maybe even a pair of earrings as well if I popped an extender chain on them. So I've got a length of your chain there, and then I've got 10 of these beautiful hearts. They've got that lovely chunky deal effect to them with that genuine plating over the top. Really, really versatile, very workable with the chain. You've got 10 of those in total, and look, you've got 30 of the jump rings, which does mean if you wanted to add on your own charms or your own spaces, or even if you wanted to chainmail a section of a bracelet, then you absolutely could, because you're getting 30 of these. They're 5mm for you in total, so they are going to be so workable for all of your pieces. When you've got, you've also got, by the way, a toggle clasp. So you have got a collection here. We're talking about, you know, keeping youngsters entertained when they're on their summer break for those 6 weeks. Some people get 7 weeks actually, don't they? You've got the opportunity to treat yourself to these, and look, you get your instruction manual with it as well. You get step-by-step instructions with pictures as well for you to you know, follow. It even shows you little things that we all need to know, such as how to open a jump ring. Really easy, really easily depicted, and great afternoon really. Well, at least an hour of fun with your youngster, isn't it? In particular, if you're going to be adding gemstones to this. What about setting them up on a project to add all of the hearts to their bracelet whilst you're making what you're in the mood to make, perhaps? When you're getting all of this with genuine silver plating, don't forget, silver plating meaning it is that precious metal over the top, meaning you are getting that high shine back to you. You are getting 10 of those hearts, 1 of the lobster clasp, enough of that chain to make yourself, well, to make me at least a bracelet, and well, 2 bracelets. Price point today, £6.95. When we did the other one, it was £9.95. £9.95 for this one. This one is £6.95. The other one probably £9.95 because that was the golden colour. This one is your silver here today, and it is £6.95 for you. So what a great little stocking filler price for you. Great stocking filler. I know it seems like a long way off now, but you know, it's nice to think about Christmas because it's so hot out today. It isn't really that far, is it? I've started making my grandma's advent calendar already. I make my grandma's advent calendar, yeah, you know. No, I don't put inside chocolate. I put inside gifts. So, for example, at the moment, I'm making a memory book for her, and I made her a diary the other day, so that she can. I put jigsaws in there. Yeah. Whole kit and caboodle. Bulbs I did one year. Winter bulbs. Anything goes in my advent calendars. But a great little stocking filler for you to get involved with here today. You have got 40 pieces there today at £6.95. Now, you are here, you're tuned in, you're ready. I have got 2 0 chances. In fact, let's make that 1-9 because I want to get my hands on one. This was an absolute deal, possibly a deal of the fortnight. You ready for this? Take a little look. I said originally I could do all of these genuine real deal Tanzanite, one of the rarest gemstones in the world. I said to you originally I'd do each of these 3 strands for less than 50. Actually though, it worked out less than 20 per strand in total. That in itself is absolutely astonishing. astonishing price point. Genuine, real deal Tanzanite. Ladies and gentlemen, your eyes are not deceiving you, nor the ears. I mean this truly, truly, truly. This is real deal Tanzanite. It is a beautiful quality. You've got massive carat weight on this strand, per size is what I mean, per gemstone, it's a big carat weight. You've got a really unusual shape on this, almost triangular drop selection we've got there, and I've got that top drill drop of these ones as well. When you're thinking £20 per strand, that is usually the price I would bring for you for a double wrapped loop. You know the double wrapped loop of the nuggets? I brought you Tanzanite double wrapped loop for that price, for the £20 mark, and that's nuggets. These are faceted. These are hand-shaped and faceted, and they will come in your box of distinction as well for you. Just to show you how special this collection is, they will come in there for you. It is astonishing. I'm going to get my hands on one. I don't know about you, but I most certainly am. Get them whilst you can. HMRU43 is the code with that one, and it is just £59.95, working out £20 in total each. And don't forget as well, it's DVD launch day today. We do have a few of these left. It is your introduction to polymer clay, brand spanking new, filmed for you. It goes through lots of your essentials with polymer clay, all of them pop on the back there. It is things like your basic cane, your kaleidoscope cane, all with the lovely Debbie Bulford, and things like your leftover and finishing and adding patterns. Just £4.95 for you today, around about an hour's worth of tuition to keep you entertained, of which you can stop, pause, rewind and play whenever you get the opportunity. These are a few of those pieces for you that's in there for you to have a little look at. Do treat yourself to that today if you want to, because loads of them flew out before. We're just getting a new batch of people back in for it as well. New for you today at £4.95. I'm so excited to bring you this, you know. I don't think I've ever been so excited to bring you carnelian before. I love carnelian anyway. I love carnelian. I mean, seriously. I love the history of it. I love the fact that, you know, back in the Roman days, they used to believe that there was a masculine and a feminine to it. I love the fact that you've got the history of the fact that people, you know, used to wear it to war and believe that it would help give them strength, and that women believed that if they wore it, it would aid in their femininity and that they'd be able to complete more tasks. I love the history behind it, but I've not seen it for ages, and I just want to let you into something. Get used to that. Genuinely get used to it. We are rethinking, let's say, the way in which perhaps we are, the amount of which gemstones we're buying at the moment, and carnelian is one that we aren't getting as much in anymore. We're just not, well, you know, that plan isn't changing at this moment in time. Don't get me wrong, around Christmas time, yeah, we probably will, because it's lovely autumnal tones, but at this moment in time, you know, we're not purchasing that much. When's the last time you saw a bundle of carnelian? I can't even think. I actually can't remember. So if we can't remember, it's minimum 3 months, isn't it, surely? Because you can normally remember the last 3 months quite quickly. I can't remember the last time I've seen a carnelian bundle, but I have it here today. I've got 8mm rounds, I have got faceted 4mm rounds, and I've got 6mm rounds here today. Carnelian, it's got such a history, it's got abundant history. It's really interesting gemstone to read into and read about. We haven't had it in ages, and there are no plans to get more of it in anytime soon. So get this whilst you can. It's going, gone. Carnelian Dreams at £8.95. That is a fab price point for a gemstone that we really won't be seeing often at all. How much is that going to be per one? About £3. About £3 per one. For carnelian, that really is fantastic. Because when is the last time you saw it, Debbie B? Can you think? A bundle?
I've seen carnelian, not for a very, very long time.
No.
And I think it's stunning, because you put a black gemstone with it, or smoky quartz with it, or even rose gold, and it looks fabulous.
What about a little bit of gold with it?
Yeah.
A little bit of gold with the leather, perhaps, goes quite funky with it, doesn't it? A few head pins maybe, dropping a few of these off, graduating it in size. £8.95 is your carnelian dreams. At the bottom of the screen is this that I've just shown you, 3 metres worth. 3 metres worth of this. What a really weird way to show this, sorry. Yeah, 3 metres worth of this you're getting. It's at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, really, it is £7.95. It's fantastic, isn't it? It really is a fab price. That's at the bottom of your screen for you today, so get that one whilst you can, because it goes so nicely with the carnelian. Again, you know, I am trying to be subtle about it, but genuinely just get carnelian whilst you can. I will be adding this to my basket this afternoon because, yeah, I do have to be very careful, but let's just say get it whilst you can, because we're not planning on getting it in that often or anytime soon. £8.95. Everyone's going off my screen right now, and I have got multi-buyers. Thank you for listening to me, lovely Kalicia and Shazza and Sylvia and Mary and Kate and Phyllis. Oh, it's my grandma's name. And Patricia and Ruth and Karen. Thank you all for listening to me. You know, when I say no, I mean that's going. Hold the lines. We will be with you, because I've got hematite, quartz and pearls, all in the blue. You know, and I know. Imagine adding this to that kit that we did with Debbie Bulford. Imagine adding this to that kit. How fab would that be? This is one of Debbie Bulford's kits we had earlier. What a great addition to that kit. If you got that kit, treat yourself to this, eh? In the Blue, this is called, and this is lovely Dion's collaboration. She's picked out every single one of these selections to work together, and every single one is giving you a different tone, really, of the blues, isn't it? You've got the blue, the baby blue, almost that powder puff blue with the pearls. There is 7x6. You've then got almost a periwinkle blue in that quartzite, 16x2 on those quartzite drops, and then you've got almost a cobalt with that hematite, which is a 4x3, 50 carats worth there. You've got pretty much every tone you could hope for with the blue spectrum. You've got that gentle sort of powder puff of the pearls that give you pinks and blues and golds with the pearlescent. You've got big bold statement pieces, but actually it's got a really nice periwinkle tone to it, and you've got that submetallic luster with that cobalt colour just coming through on that hematite as well, and they're super dainty, add a really nice accent to your collection. 50 carats worth on that strand. Big selection, big variety. It's going to give you focal points, it's going to give you narrative, and it's going to give you kind of all of these different varieties of your blues. Price point today for In the Blue for all of that is not £11.95. It shouldn't even be that. It should be way more than that, but we're dropping it down for you today because it's hot outside. We need a bit of blue to keep us cool. £9.95. You've got focal point in here with that wonderful quartzite. You've got that lovely high shine sheen with the hematite, and you've got that stunning powder blue with those pearls as well, which is just giving you every single tone you could hope for in every single form I think you could hope for, really, as well. There's lots and lots of variation that we can add to this. You know, what about just graduating down a pearl? What about zhuzhing up a pearl with just one of these as spacer in between? What about doing your beautiful pearl necklace with one of these as a drop in the centre? Flowers for this would just be spectacular, wouldn't it? With that periwinkle, of course, with that beautiful periwinkle colour, making a flower out of those would be sensational. Maybe partnering them up with some of those Kato clays that we had on earlier, or even the I'm just thinking, you know, in the Primo, you know, we've got that gorgeous kind of translucent-y tone. Imagine doing something kind of wave themed with these. That would be beautiful, wouldn't it? We had that in Estasha earlier. Or even if you were into the souffle, you know, bringing it a little bit kind of grown up almost with that souffle colour, wouldn't you? That was from a different bundle earlier on as well. What about if you got the Fat Daddy-O cutters earlier on, you know, the teardrop shapes that we had? What about doing something like a flower with those ones and really creating a look to kind of tie it all in together? It would just be fab. It really would. You've got something for everybody here. You've got your sweet, cute, delicate pieces. You've got that lovely Berg Bold, oh hello, look at these pearls, and you've got those lovely drops. And yeah, I've got about these slices. Fab with them, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they look stunned? They look just beautiful going through there, wouldn't they? They'd look really fantastic. These ones are at the bottom of your screen. We took them massively down in price. £9.95 for you today. They'd be gorgeous in a piece of wall art, wouldn't they? Really nice. Okay, £9.95 on those. I've got to move on because there's lots to fit in. Got another one here for you. Bargain with your nuggets. Pink. Really delicate. Lavender tone. of your quartz, clear quartz, deep, rich amethyst, and look, rose quartz cap. You've got a rose quartz cabochon here, of which holds up to a 30 by 40 mil. That means that you are getting a really nice focal pendant, or really beautiful focal bracelet piece. You know, watch Spellbinding and get some inspiration for how to use that one exactly, because she has great ideas on how to work with cabochons. I've got your lavender amethyst as well in here, and those are the first nuggets that I showed you, up to about an 8 by 3, giving you a really unique and individual colour, a real nice hint of colour, a really nice hint of that red underneath. I've got in there the clear as well, that clearest of quartz that is really the chameleon of all gemstones, the chameleon of all gemstones. If I show you it across the blue, can you see how those blue tones just hinting from underneath? It is really fab to see that, isn't it? And then look at that amethyst. I don't feel like I've seen amethyst this deep or this rich or that kind of saturation, that Zambian-esque saturation, in a very long time. Massive amount of that as well, 75 carats worth on there, up to a 10 by 3. Huge variety, huge dynamic look. Your price point today for all of this at £9.95. You've got the equivalent in length of 2, 4, 5 strands and a cabochon for £9.95. That's 6 components essentially, which is really amazing. Soft and subtle is the look, and I tell you what is subtle, the price point for you today. That is definitely the actual subtle moment of it. Great price for you. SFGC19, that's your code. I know I'm moving on because I've got one more thing just to recap for you, because we know people will be upset if they miss these. This is the biggest, look, pearl earring we've done, well, that I've seen anyway. Isn't that just stunning? Huge half drilled, genuine real deal pearl I've got for you here. This is just beyond beauty, I have to say. Much larger than we would normally see before, and it comes with the 925 back as well, that you just have to glue into place. You're getting 3 pairs at £12.95 for you today. That price is amazing. Working out just a few pounds per pair, and it is 95, and that is genuine genuine pearl. Sorry, it's not shell pearl, it's genuine real deal cultured pearl as well. Just phenomenal. We gave to you, Debbie, with those lovely rondelles.
You did indeed. I loved working. I've still got loads left, actually, absolutely loads. Yes, love them. They go such a long way.
I love that. What a fab collection. This makes me feel summery. This makes me feel really summery. This is on the bottom of your screen right now. You got 4 strands of rondelles that were 4 by 2 approximately for just £12.95. I love the array you've done here.
Thank you. Just done different things. I love the little sort of rondelles on the little bracelet there, and that's just using silver spaces as well on the necklace, but a little ring, just easy to put on for summer.
Love that ring, just really simply stretchy, dead easy. Just to let you know, if you missed out on my Tanzanite, just to let you know, it worked out £20 per strand. I've got about 8 of those left. Debbie, when you're with us next, please?
On the 7th.
The 7th?
Yes, so not too long.
Morning, mid?
Morning.
Morning show with you. Debbie, thank you so much for showing us all those designs. We will take pictures and we will be putting them up on Facebook for you. And don't forget that DVD launch today was just £4.95 for that wonderful relaunch of the basics. So thank you very much for joining us today. I am back with you tomorrow with the lovely Angela, and this afternoon you're joined by Spellbinding, so do stay tuned. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you soon. Bye.
You don't need another love song. I'm gonna write it just the same. The years have changed us since they've come and gone. There are some things that remain. I see the changes in the mirror from who I was so long ago, and all the things you've always wanted